Hello and welcome to the Starcade Arcadian number 4. I am Potat, and I'm joined by Cat Kupo. How's it looking today? I'm excited for this bracket.
I'm excited for this bracket too. I think up next on the stream we get to watch Core Requiem and Cleanup Crew. They were placed second and third in the ladder respectively. I need to look up which players are on these teams. Do you know anything about these players, Potato?
So I have the rosters up right now. It looks like Core Requiem has Xeno Gemini, Loki and B, Striker Kai, Ashy Burb, Crowleon, and Shiro. And then Cleanup Crew has Agulio, E, and Snack.
Okay. We get Oni Village for our first game here, and immediately a string of Estelle bans pops up.
Definitely. Estelle, once she gets in, you kind of can't keep her out. She just has to stun you once, and
Striker Kai is not allowed to play Kai, which seems reasonable.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. Striker Kai. Kai's in the name. None of that's gonna happen today, I guess.
Switching over to the Era instead, you see Drakkar Atlas on the other team. Rasmus Atlas Era is an interesting team comp. A lot of speed for Oni Village. Almost mirrors here, just the Drakkar versus Era changes.
Yeah.
So what did we get?
Gulio on that goal line. Yeah, looks like some great comp. Great comps.
There's 5 Catalysts and 1 Aerials here on Mr. Incredible. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Incredible vanished.
Mr. Incredible's just gone instantly. Oh yeah. This will definitely be an energy heavy game. I mean, it has to be with that Catalyst start. I mean, Loki's been able to get really well in on this. Oh my gosh. The Cleanup Crew just doesn't get to exist this match, it seems.
That's lots of pressure there from Striker Kai and Loki and B. I think even Xeno Gemini stepped forward there. They're all level 2 and all of Cleanup Crew's level 1 still. But it's okay. They start getting barriers. It's fine. We get the missed burst there from Striker Kai, but that doesn't mean they stop getting pressure, and Loki NB is able to dribble it past Agulio eventually.
It looks like Loki has that core flip up though. So if Loki can get that core flip right there, like we saw right there, I mean, Atlas has no movement in net on an open net, so it's just kind of straight in.
Yeah, there was nothing that Agulio could do there besides be somewhere else before the play began. What a primary there from Loki NB. Just make sure that the goal is opened immediately again.
Yeah, Loki just, I mean, not playing the strike war, instead sending a scythe to a fist fight. So I mean, it worked out. Snack also doing that, and I mean, Xeno Gemini has 1 barrier left and that core flip, so I'm not expecting it to fall anytime soon. But I mean, Striker Kai looks like he's staying on that goal line, and yeah, Loki's just gonna use that core flip. Gulio wasted a bit earlier and than they wanted to, and that's in. That's the set.
Loki NB with a very deserved MVP there, and pretty good picks here. The twin drive is up, but neither Atlas is going to have access to that. We have built different here for Rasmus, which seems likely.
Yeah,
there it is.
I think Rasmus here will take. Oh, Sparks. Getting those sparks started, it seems.
Honestly, if the first set goes that badly for you, fair enough. Start spark stacking, just go, okay, well, our win condition is scaling, just go for it. But Arrow with the twin drive means a lot more speed on the side of Core Requiem. The Stagger Swagger should keep Mr. Incredible alive longer, and Agulio will have a lot more ability to defend with that missile prop. I'm not sure about Xeno Gemini's heavy impact, though it really does work with the cooldowns when you just hit two things with Atlas's abilities.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see how it plays out. It might have been to block off Mr. Incredible, because I know that's pretty good for Atlas as a character. Or no, for Drakkar as a character. Oh, looks like the tides are pretty even right now, actually, as both teams have an open net, and Xeno Gemini strikes a little too early and loses that barrier, loses the goal.
It's good to see Cleanup Crew managing to get a goal here. I really want to see some more momentum from them. Igulio ran all the way up there to try and get that and just got shrunk immediately. A burst from Striker Kai is not quite enough to get that, but the Atlas primary doesn't really save Xeno Gemini's barrier either, and a lot of dribbling is happening on Oni Village.
Yeah, both teams only have one barrier left, but I mean, that's what Oni Village is known for, just sitting on that one barrier, keeping that core out, keeping that core away, or at least that's the goal. It looks like it'll stay alive for a while though, as Loki going to use that core flip. Oh, gets it past Igulio, missed core flip, and now they have the open barrier once again.
Xeno Gemini is doing a great job against Snek and Mr. Incredible here. Just really managing to fish the puck out of some really tight situations and keep that one barrier up this entire round all the way into overtime. Which, I mean, that's the Oni Village way, isn't it? One barrier can last a lifetime on this. But Snek manages to use that secondary to negate Xeno Gemini's burst and just puts it right in the bottom corner of the net. That's
yeah, Xeno Gemini.
Go ahead.
Oh, Xeno Gemini was kind of expecting something to come to the middle, and then Snek just sent it straight down to the bottom. Got that coin slot.
Cleanup Crew are putting up a lot of forward pressure this one. This set has been a lot better. Striker Kai with that burst, and then Loki NB pushing it all the way in to make sure it happens. Quite big. That burst misses though, and I believe Xeno Gemini's ult also went down. So Loki NB is in a very vulnerable spot right now.
It doesn't really look like they're going for a kill on Loki though. Yeah, Loki gonna take some damage, but looks like they're gonna not quite heal back up. But in the meantime, oh, Igulio almost loses the goal. But manages to core flip it out, and then Striker Kai wins that strike war, sorta, and then just hits it in past Igulio, who's on strike cooldown.
Simple strike war win. That's how it works. The energy is looking a little low for cleanup crew now. Core Requiem has a whole lot more to work with, but for the first time, Core Requiem loses that lower barrier first. At least on our screens.
I mean, it looks like if, Mr. Incredible did go that aerials in the start, it's not making that much of a difference, but there's definitely a lot more energy going around for Core Requiem, and I mean, it makes sense. Oh, Igulio almost losing those barriers, but is able to keep it out. And then Snack is gonna get the primary to open up that goal. And now Igulio has that barrier by themselves. And I mean, now it's I spoke too soon. Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness!
Horrible bounce. And Igulio, it just goes straight past. Oh my gosh.
Igulio had a lot of really good saves there, but then that bounce just off the corner down to the bottom, and once it's past you, you can't do anything about it. All you can do is watch. But that means that we're 2-2. Oh, we're good. Yeah.
I mean, it was looking pretty solid for both sides, but it felt like Cleanup Crew was getting a few, maybe even mistaken goals, or goals that didn't quite look super strong. And I mean, both teams are playing quite well right now, but I think it's a matter of who can get these barriers, get these goals. Oh my gosh, Agulio. No abilities to his name. Loses the barrier to Loki's core flip.
Loki has consistently been able to just barely squeak out these wins. That's so much pressure from Striker Kai, but Loki can't dribble it in. Even when Xeno Gemini comes up to help and uses abilities and then loses the barrier because of it, we can't quite get it. We've got everything open in overtime. Huge set here. And that shotgun for Mr. Incredible is just able to push it in past Xeno Gemini, and we're 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot more of an even set, a lot longer, a lot less powerful of a win. But I mean, the Awakenings could be a bit powerful here, as I mean, Era's guaranteed something good, and Drakkar also gets that rapid fire.
Era prime time Drek Rapid. Era has 4 abilities now, and Loki NB has extra special. Snack gets to stack a second spark and a hot shot to help Agulio clear it away.
I know Cleanup Crew won that set, but if I'm being honest, that looked, I mean, it looked really good for both teams. I mean, I don't think anybody got an Awakening that they didn't like in that draft.
Yeah, I think everybody got something great. What is interesting is I haven't seen any of the Energy Awakenings yet. And we're already 2 drafts in. We're guaranteed to get 2 more. And Snek got the double sparks here, but that's not helping too much right now. There's so much forward pressure here by Core Requiem. Mr. Incredible's almost dead. Agulio's forced to ult to save him, but Loki NB is still dribbling in their face. And with that burst, manages to put it away. 1-0 for Core Requiem.
Yeah, it looks like Agulio's kind of been excellently wasting a few of these flips, just pressing the button a bit early, and I mean that's leading to the goal.
Yeah, Loki's definitely got his number.
Yeah. Oh, and Striker Kai and Loki gonna kind of redirect it passing play to get the barrier, but I mean the first barrier doesn't really ever matter unless it gets a bad rebound straight into the barrier, into the other barrier of your team. That's really only when losing the first barrier comes into play too much. Because it's mostly just, you gotta be a stone wall at the end of it. Oh, and unfortunate, as you know, Gemini loses that barrier with their Astral Protection, their secondary passing it straight to Snek to open up the barrier.
Unfortunate, but we have Loki NB with that burst again. Great block there with Agulio. Agulio has burst now. Loki, a bit of an interesting hook, but you know what? It's fine. More offensive plays. Mr. Incredible stealths up, though. Hits it straight past Striker Kai, and Snek is able to connect, putting it past Xeno Gemini for 1-1.
Yeah, just winning that strike war, getting past. And, I mean, that's just how it works. At some point, it might just come down to the strike wars if you don't have any abilities to do anything. Oh, Striker Kai almost getting that barrier, or looking to make it a double barrier with that core flip. But Agulio is going to keep it out. And again, Agulio is just keeping it out, keeping those goals away. And oh, Snek, maybe actually messing up that barrier with the primary. Unfortunate, but it's not going to do too much for them as they're still up a barrier. And the match is all pretty much evened out right now.
Great block there from Striker Kai. Loki NB dribbling, has burst, blocked by Mr. Incredible. Xeno Gemini, I did not mention, picked up Timeless in the last draft. That's why that secondary lasted so long, and it bounced straight off of it straight back to Snek, you know, this entire point ago.
I mean, yeah, at some point, if you... It can be both a boon and a burden, in many cases. In that case, it was a burden. Oh my gosh, Agulio with some great saves. Oh, but Loki and B gonna get that past him. Striker Kai with the core flip, Agulio there to save it. the hooks coming out. Now they're doing a whole lot. Oh, Loki! Wow, gets it passes it to himself with that secondary, hits off the top wall, and then Loki able to find Igulio in the middle, preparing for that strike, and Igulio not quite there to save it. That's the goal, putting Core Requiem up in this set.
It's a really good weight there from Striker Kai, not letting Snek set up with that hook. Xeno Gemini has burst, Loki NB has burst. There's one barrier, but it's just one barrier.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna take what you can get.
Ooh, lots of pressure from Core Requiem, but great defense from Igulio. Mr. Incredible tries to get his snake, Loki NB pushing forward again. Bigger because of Era. And almost gets that barrier once again, but great defensive play from both of these Atlas goalies. Not letting it go down, not letting this barrier go down. Just there's so much good offense, but it's just being stopped by these two Atlases.
Yeah, I mean, Atlas is a steel wall. You can't really get past him until you get rid of all his abilities, and I mean, Igulio doesn't... Oh, no, neither of the goalies have any core flip left. Great save from Xeno Gemini with the primary. And now it looks like no cooldowns for either of the goalies. All the cooldowns going to be used to save the recent attacks. And, I mean, you have to get a barrier here, and that's exactly what Loki does, as the net is open for cleanup crew. And Loki going to get that stun. Igulio passes it back up, not really any clear angles, and Loki gets that goal, solidifying their set.
Yeah, that was quite strong from Core Requiem. I'm not really sure what Igulio could have done there. I don't think there was anything. This draft is an interesting one. We get Loki NB with first choice again, gets another Size Awakening, and the second big energy awakening goes over to Atlas, goes over to Igulio with a fire up. Cast to last taken by Era, but that allows Egoist for the only person in the draft that doesn't have Catalyst. Spark to block the third spark from Snek, but he takes bulk up and he's still okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw 2 awakenings come out for energy, and now they're just looking to kind of out energy the other team. If they don't have energy, then what really can they do against the team that has all the energy?
Yeah, that's a fair point. However, I would like to also say Loki NB is very large, and just large, and Era can make Loki even larger. So this Rasmus is going to be scary, but that's just excellent core play there by Snek, just dribbling and not letting Xeno get a good clear angle. Ooh.
Oh, Loki. Igulio, great save on the core flip. Just purely reaction. And, oh, Mr. Incredible. That Ego is coming out. Xeno Gemini with the primary, gonna be able to keep it out. Snek has the core flip saved by Xeno Gemini. And Loki going to dribble it. Looking for, I'd assume, a cooldown, but not gonna get it. Striker Kai sends it forward. Xeno Gemini sending it back up to Loki. And, oh, back to Xeno. It's sort of just a back and forth at some point on this map.
Ooh. Great burst from Striker Kai, but can't do anything about it when Igulio just puts down that Atlas secondary. Loki NB is dribbling in, but just cannot get this last barrier. There's another burst. There's another try, and it's blocked again. Xeno Gemini pushes forward to get some more pressure, and Striker Kai finally manages to take this second barrier here. But both sides are open now, and ooh, actually Core Requiem has some pressure, but Igulio's burst will reset it, and now there's 2 bursts on his teammates. That's the power of Fire Up.
Yeah, not much that Xeno Gemini really could do there. I mean, Mr. Incredible had that core flip on the top, and the Snek was ready for the pass. Nobody was back. I mean, that was just a lose-lose situation for Xeno. but I mean, it's only the first goal of the set, so they could be changing this up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's just the first goal, but that's both barriers being opened immediately. And cleanup crew really want to take this one to the fifth set. Again, Core Requiem is looking to get pressure, but it seems like a shotgun blast from Mr. Incredible is consistently winning them strike wars in the midfield, and then Mr. Incredible and Snek are working together very well. Striker Kai does not get anything off of that burst. Loki NB has theirs, but Igulio almost has theirs, which means so do Snek and Mr. Incredible as soon as Igulio bursts.
I mean, both the goalie and the forward have had their core flip, but I mean, the goalie is going to lose the barrier. Slightly delayed reaction, and I mean, both goals are open. Mr. Incredible passing it to himself, dribbling it, and oh my gosh, Snek gets the kill. And Zeno, this is an open net. No goalie in sight.
Oh, they don't have that many abilities, but they're winning the strike wars. They managed to push it past Snek and allow Xeno Gemini the chance to respawn. But Mr. Incredible is zooming around with that egoist buff. Doesn't quite get it. There's the burst. No pressure from it. Reset again. And now we have Core Requiem pushing forwards. Xeno Gemini again. Simple clears. The hook and then the shotgun blast. Managed to make it 2 for the cleanup crew.
Yeah, that was a great hook, whether it was intentional or not. It positioned the core in a great spot for Mr. Incredible's shotgun to just get that straight in. And oh wow, that's an early barrier. And Mr. Incredible just able to get it past Zeno, able to win that strike war.
Ooh, excellent air tornado though.
Yeah, great tornado.
Ooh.
Striker Kai loses the strike war on the core flip. It's not gonna use that core flip as well. I mean, as a goalie, you really just want to keep those core flips. Oh wow, great save from Mr. Incredible, but it doesn't matter too much as Loki with that size gonna stun a goalie or get that goal.
The double size awakenings plus primetime cast to last era means that Loki is huge, and he's huge for a long time too. That era ult managed to clear the way for Loki to hook it out, but Mr. Incredible already has burst again. They're searching for the first barrier, and there it is. And now we're back to the standard Oni village. 1 barrier versus 1 barrier.
Beautiful 1 barrier gameplay. And, I mean, both teams are just going to be passing it back and forth for the most part. In this next little while, just looking to maybe get an opening. Oh, Loki gonna take it, use the secondary, almost get the primary. Oh, but Striker Kai gets it instead. Use that core flip, gets it past Mr. Incredible. Igulio is able to keep it out. Snek gonna try and use that secondary to get the goal, or get the barrier, but Xeno Gemini is not gonna fall for it. Oh, bit of a bad angle for Xeno, as that steals the barrier. Both goals are open. Oh, Xeno! It looks like a lag back on my end, but is going to be able to keep that goal out. And they're looking to close out this goal right now. If they don't, then they have to win another set, and it's really not too fun to do that.
First from Xeno, gets it cleared past Snek. Dangerous angle, but it works out. Striker Kai and Loki are looking for this, but there's so much defense here. It's not quite enough. That second beam from Striker Kai manages to get another goal that's desperately needed from Core Requiem, and it's 2-2. Cleanup crew need this point to stay alive and winners. Otherwise, they are sent down. Losers fight for their lives.
Yeah, I mean, they have a little backup cushion right now, but it might not last for long if they can't keep this goal out. And then losers is a pretty terrifying place. You're on match point. Oh my gosh, Loki gonna steal that barrier, and now if Xeno Gemini can just keep this out, prevent any barriers from getting taken, they just win. Like, if you're at such a, if you are missing that barrier, and the other team has it, you have to just really outplay them in order to keep this goal out. And I mean that's what they need right now. That's what cleanup crew has to do.
Ooh. Great hook attempt there from Loki, and B doesn't manage to quite get it. And there's a lot of forward pressure from cleanup crew. Tough to block that. Xeno Gemini uses the burst to clear it out, reset to neutral, but all the barriers are down. Overtime has begun, and this is, oh no, Striker
Oh, no.
Kai, great angle straight back up to the top corner, and Core Requiem manages to take out the cleanup crew 3-1. They'll advance to winners finals, and cleanup crew goes down to losers. What a great game. That was a solid performance by that was a really solid performance from Xeno. That was a really solid performance from everyone. But I do want to shout out the two Atlases, 90 and 92 saves for Xeno Gemini and Igulio. And really, that was a great game.
Yeah, and I mean both goalies held it down incredibly. Um, like Zeno able to just keep those barriers up, and Igulio as well. They both just kept those barriers up when they had the chance, kept it alive.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what's the bracket looking like right now, Potato? How are we
So
doing?
it looks like a LP Thieves, which is composed of Winter Freezer, Fine Muck, Death Gun, and Sir Red Pandal, was able to take this set uh, over King Klim, Vago 101, and Stay Forever on Platinum exclusive in the winner side. And then Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, took it over Antizin in the losers. And then Cinnamon Synonym took it over Osu 3 Islands in losers as well.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I mean, quite a great bracket. Looks like 3 upsets, I believe, in that first round out of the 4
That's
matches.
some bonkers play. Huge upsets. I'm really excited to see this. That's a best of one stage for you, and you know what? Take advantage of it. Play really well once, and you can manage to knock anybody out.
Of course, of course. And I mean, I'm not sure which match we'll be doing next, but either way, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, all these teams in top 8 are great. Um, they've all been playing really, really well. So, I mean, either way, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm absolutely looking forward to this. I would love Cinnamon Synonym to win again, just so that the other casters have to say that name repeatedly.
Cinnamon Synonym. I feel like I can say that 5 times fast, but it might be a bit difficult. It's definitely enjoyable. It's definitely enjoyable to say.
It's got a good mouthfeel. Uh, okay, so we are going to have LP Thieves versus Core Requiem up on stream next. Core Requiem had that nice win, and LP Thieves with that big upset. And we'll see how that goes in our winners finals. Winners waiting in grands, and the loser be down in losers finals. Fine, they're in the top 3, and we'll see what they can do later on. I assume we're taking a short breather here for Core Requiem after that one, but as soon as we start queuing up, we'll let you know and tell you when this game's gonna get going.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like both teams between LP Thieves and Core Requiem, both teams are guaranteed top 3. So now they're already on the podium. They just gotta stay on the podium, get farther, if they can. I mean, that's the overall goal. Get first, and whoever wins this match is gonna be sitting pretty. Only has to win a single set to win the tournament.
I'm excited. I want to see this one. Let's see. Are you hoping for any maps in particular, Potato?
I mean, all the maps have their own little niche, little things that they offer. Like Inkies, that's gonna be just chaotic and incredibly chaotic, and it'll be hilarious if we do get it, because everything's gonna be flying all over the place. But on the other hand, we could get a an Oni village, and just it could it could be really close, take forever. If the goalies can hold it down, then it is what it is, and that'll be a pretty long match. But I mean, honestly, I could see either of these teams taking it. Uh, I'm I'd say the map that I want to see the most is, even though I didn't say it, is Night Market.
Ooh,
Actually,
interesting. Okay.
I feel as if the because I'm pretty sure Striker Kai is gonna be here, gonna be playing on once again for this match, and so if Striker Kai is playing, I feel as if a Night Market Kai it's an interesting pick on forward, and if the Striker Kai somehow gets through in any of this match, I mean, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'd be really interested to see if they, for some reason, let that through, which uh, seems like a decision they wouldn't make, but maybe they will. Uh, I'm really hoping that we see we see a slightly faster paced map in this one personally, but that's just me. I'm an unabashed Inkies supporter. I like Inkies. I don't think it's that bad. I don't want to cast Obscura. I can't keep track of the ball when I'm playing, let alone when I'm casting.
I mean, at some point you're just casting. Oh my gosh, the core went through the portal. Oh, it went back through the portal. Oh, it
Portal?
went back through the portal again. Portal.
I, I I agree with the chat. I like Amy's app too. Give
True.
me Amy's app, but then also give me a tournament where we can just go to Amy's app and both teams gentlemen's ban Rasmus. That's what I want.
I mean, I know Loki and B on the side of Core Requiem loves that Rasmus pick. Loki was on that pick in the last match, so they might not want to ban it out, but I could definitely see LP Thieves wanting to ban that Loki pick, ban that Rasmus, in order to just win this game. They want. I'd assume both teams want this.
I
No reason they
you
wouldn't.
So if you're choosing between banning, you're choosing here between banning Loki's Rasmus and Striker Kai's Kai.
I mean, I'd say so. You either gotta copy the Rasmus pick or suffer. Those are really just your two options.
Oh my goodness. We are still waiting for these teams to queue up and start this winners finals, but it's winners finals. They've played, 7 games to earn their way here, so they get a little bit of a break. And as soon as I start making reasons for them to have just slowed it down, we get the loading screen and we're gonna see what map we're on, and
Well,
it's Inky.
love. I mean, some may love to see it, some may hate to see it. I mean, I personally enjoy Inkies. I think you said you do as well. So, I think we're both looking forward to this.
I'm really happy to see Inkies. I like Inkies. Findmuck switching between the Amy and the Rune there makes me think maybe there's a creation thing up. The Rune's a pretty strong pick on this one anyway. Obviously, the side of LP Thieves deciding no, Striker Kai cannot play Kai. But we get another Atlas here, a Dubu, Juliet, and Estelle this time. Very different team compositions from the last game that we saw.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm disliking any of these picks. Loki gonna be on that Julie. I think it'll be a bit of a Julie versus Julie matchup here, with the midfielders doing their midfielding things.
It's an interesting Julie versus Julie matchup, but there's also five rapid fires in this game. Everyone but Striker Kai has a rapid fire. Striker Kai with the Chrono Boost. Oh, the water gun. The water gun from Core Requiem is not enough to take it there. Find Winter Freezer able to hold the line, but Loki NB just wins a strike war again. This time on Juliet and gets a quick 0.1, 1-0 Core Requiem.
Yeah, I mean they're looking to continue that kind of momentum that they built up off of the last match, and if they can, they'll be sitting pretty in grand. So Winter Freezer not quite able to get that save, keep it out. Death Gun just barely escaping from the water gun, and I mean they have no need to rush this point for the side of Core Requiem. They can just kind of sit still and to come to them, and Loki takes that goal, takes it right in that little coin slot between Feinmuck's pillar and the goal and the side, and gets that goal, second goal for their team.
That was a great one. It was a really close from Winter Freezer not managing to hold that barrier down. The double banish from Feinmuck looked good, but they didn't get anything off of it. Winter Freezer has burst this time, so a little bit more to block with, but caught in the log animation, cannot actually block it when Loki NB does that. Loki NB ulting, pushing forwards, Feinmuck unable to clear it out with that primary, and these two are just dribbling all over them right now. Oh. Oof. That doesn't quite get it. That banish doesn't quite get anything, but there's good pressure here. The water gun is back up, and Loki NB is able to put it in right afterwards again for the quick first set, 3-0 to Core Requiem. Striker Kai is the MVP of that round. Has quite a few pretty good options here. Monumentalist for Feinmuck if they want it though, in that second position. Aerials taken by Striker Kai means incredibly long dashes. Monu does go to Feinmuck. That should help with those pillars not quite blocking it out of the water. Twin drive blocked by Winter Freezer. Egoist pop picked instead. And somehow Death Gun all the way down in the last gets 1-2 punch.
I mean, pretty good awakenings for both teams here. Atlas, Xeno probably had one of the worst awakenings in that draft for the teams as a total, but I mean, even then, Egoist is amazing.
Yeah, especially when the enemy is running double pummelers on their forwards.
Of course. Oh, Death Gun just gonna get it past Xeno Gemini. A bit mispositioned to keep that out, but I mean, who knows how to position on this map.
It's really tough against Juliet, especially. That's just the classic dash punch straight in. Can't really do anything about it unless you have very specific abilities up, and sometimes they're just used. Xeno Gemini walks up to block it, and Loki NB manages to find the kill off of it. That's a lot of pressure, and there's the ego is letting Xeno Gemini run forward, core burst, and own barrier.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate, but I mean that's just the price you might have to pay when you decide to go up with that core flip. You're leaving your goal open, and it's Loki, not quite the open net. saved by Winter Freezer. Deathgun looking to just keep control of the core in the middle. Finally gonna banish and get the kill on the Estelle, and oh wow, very, very close save from Xeno.
A great save from Xeno. It looks like Striker Kai will be able to pop back up, and with that extra long dash, gets it straight in fact. Wow, Loki NB punching Winter Freezer, doesn't get the core, but gets the goalie enough to clear the way for it.
Yeah, it was I mean, that Estelle with aerials, that's probably Estelle's best awakening at some point, and shows it right there, because you just have to be able to predict all those attacks, and Winter Freezer wasn't quite able to in that situation, in that scenario. And oh, Deathgun, basically a core flip, it gets past them, and oh, Loki gonna use that core flip saved by Winter Freezer on the secondary, and oh, Fine Mucked uses that teleport, gets it past Xeno into the barrier, and I mean, that's just, what do you do? Water gun comes out, Fine Mucked, great positioning, able to just get that in, doesn't need the core flip. Xeno Gemini, not enough movement to really get to that.
Just looked like Xeno Gemini didn't actually realize where that rune teleport could come from. Put the puck up there, and great play from FineMuck to recognize, oh, this is the opportunity and I can put this in. And there's a kill on Xeno Gemini. I mentioned those pummelers earlier, and they put it to use. Lots of pressure here coming out from LP Thieves, but Striker Kai just puts it all the way around, and Winter Freezer tries to hold burst. A little too greedy. The barrier goes down, but the Dubu ult manages to keep it out for one more second until Striker Kai gets a nice shot into the primary. Classic Estelle, 2-2, all Core Requiem pulling this one back.
And I mean, if they can win this point, they're gonna be up 2 sets. They have the awakening advantage as well. Oh, Loki, great job standing on that pillar, gets it knocked out before Striker Kai dies, and oh, Loki gets the kill on FineMucked, and I mean, that's the set win.
It's so easy to look at the water gun and just miss the punch happening straight in front of you. Striker Kai, again MVP, looking for something to complement Chrono Boost aerials. Could it be prime time? Yes, it can. FineMuck does get cast to last, so there's big anomalies are going to last quite long. Loki NB with the second size training on Juliet. Big Fish and Built Different picked up. Pancakes for Winter Freezer, Quick Strike for Death Gun, and just a simple peek over there for Xeno Gemini.
And I mean, you can't complain about speed, though. And Striker Kai, the one player on the field that didn't end up taking rapid fire on that start, and Striker Kai was also the one player that managed to hit that prime time. Oh, but it looks like Loki gonna be taken out down low on that offensive area, and it's taken out. Not much is gonna happen to the team as Loki with the dash punch gonna get the kill. Doesn't matter though. Striker Kai just gets it in that coin slot between Winter Freezer and the goalpost, gets it in, gets that first goal.
Yeah, this is it's starting to go a little bit out of control here. I mean, Core Requiem is just getting these pushes onto that large Inky's barrier, and it doesn't seem like LP Thieves really knows how to stop it. They put a lot of damage down on Striker Kai and Loki NB, but even if you kill Striker Kai here, your barrier's the one that's down. Theirs is still up, and you can't even kill him. You're getting distracted over here with this Estelle just bouncing around at low health, and Loki NB is pushing the core up and through to put Core Requiem on match point.
I mean, if Loki just continues getting these dash punches, it'll be a bit of a win, but as I say that, Death Gun gonna take the kill and the barrier with that punch, simple punch. Gonna take the second kill, this time on Loki. And, I mean, now that it's an open net, Xeno uses that secondary, keeps it out. But now they're at a significant disadvantage as, oh my gosh, Deathgun keeps the train going, gets another kill with that dash punch. And Xeno Gemini, no real clear angles to their name. Muck just gonna send it straight in.
Pummelers are just a speed awakening if you just keep rotating which member of the enemy team is dead. And that's what LP Thieves were managing to do there. Loki, Striker, Xeno, I think all of them died on that point. I'm not 100% certain, but it was so much pressure coming out from LP Thieves. And they're already pushing forward again. Winter Freezer is not going to try any greed with this burst. Manages to just use it to push them out. Striker Kai gets that pass to Loki MB, and Winter Freezer, because he bursted, does not have the energy to elusive. The pillar from Findmuck almost manages the save, but Loki MB just puts it straight back in. And that's the quick Inkies 3-0 for Core Requiem, now waiting in Grand Finals.
Yeah, I mean, both teams played quite well, but it looks like Loki was able to just get those goals in. Striker Kai getting a lot of coin slots right there. And it looks fairly even for a while, but I mean, they just, LP Thieves just couldn't quite keep those goals out and got 3 because of it.
It's really interesting. I was trying to figure out exactly, why Striker Kai was getting these MVPs. We see Loki with 6 goals, Striker Kai with 3, but Striker Kai has almost 50 more redirects than anyone else in the game. There's so much core control coming out from this player. The Chrono Boost aerials start on this Estelle just meant she was everywhere that she needed to be. And Deathgun knew exactly where he needed to be, right in the front, ready to receive those passes. So, great job to Core Requiem and LP Thieves. Great job before this one. See ya in Losers Finals. Maybe you won't get Inkies again.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it was a great match. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
that's just the quick Inkies.
That was really great to see. We just saw Core Requiem win. LP Thieves are waiting in Losers Finals. And it looks like Platinum Exclusive defeated Cinnamon Synonym, unfortunately. So when we pass it off in a second, the other casters won't have to repeat that name.
Unfortunate.
You got anything else you want to say here, Potato, before we get going?
I don't believe so. I mean, great matches all around. Really loved watching them. Really loved casting them. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm going to say thanks to all the players for showing up today. Great to see so many teams participating. Great to see so many good players here. I want to see more good Omega Strikers gameplay. And we will not be back, but someone will be back in just a few with that. Have a great night.
Hello everyone, I'm back with the loser semis of Arcadian number 4. I'm here with Lyrica, also known as Nubsta. I got actually a little confused because I saw both those names. I didn't actually associate them with each other, especially in Twitch chat, but you're on Jujutsu Core Flip, right? OSAS finale participant.
Indeed. Thanks for having me on, Sai.
Yeah, and there are some players that you might be familiar with. Platinum exclusive versus Nice to Meet You. I'm Natasha, an Underworld Doctor, feeling sick. This matchup in the loser semis is not what we expected here because Platinum exclusive, the first seed, has been upset in the winner's side and barely squeaked by in the losers quarters that they got sent to. It was down to the wire. I believe it was set 5.4, not quite 0.5, but really, really close.
Yeah, I think I've played most of these players on ladder, probably honestly griefed a few of their games. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this plays out because I know most people kind of pegged Platinum exclusive as the ones to take this tournament with virtually no realistic resistance. And now that they're in loser semis, I'm honestly excited to see how they make this run.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting matchup here because I think Platinum exclusive are very, very favored in this game right here. No shade to Nice to Meet You. I'm Natasha, an Underworld Doctor, feeling sick. The Greatest Meme, Mangoes Are Yummy, and Sky Jengi. Definitely players that have made it all the way here. But Platinum exclusive, Ken Clam, Vaga 101, Zay Forever, they have performed admirably. They are heading into NASA playoffs as well as one of the higher seeds, I believe, in the winner side firmly. Top 3? I'm not quite sure how the tiebreakers panned out, but somewhere in there. So them being here is already a surprise, but as we're loading in, we'll see how they perform.
Yeah, let's get into it. Be nice to watch them play when I'm not griefing.
Starting soon, and yeah, it's also important to note Zay Forever does have that Nassel experience, was subbed in.
I saw that game recently. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. But we're heading to an interesting Aimee's app matchup where Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, an Underworld Doctor, feeling sick, is on the left side. Platinum exclusive on the right, and both these teams have some prolific Rasmus players, so I believe they'll be leaving it up unless Platinum exclusive opts out of it.
Yeah, and the Julie ban here definitely makes sense, especially against Zay. Plus, it's kind of Juliet Rasmus map. Oh, but with no Juliet and Rasmus, I'm kind of interested to see what the starting awakenings are then, and how these teams build their comps together.
Yeah, and when there's no Julie Rasmus, Aimee's app, I think, gets a little bit more interesting and no more of that immediate KO power. But looking at the blue team side, I don't want to say the name one more time, so I'm just going to say the blue team right now. But they are going full damage because on Zentaro, Kai with the Giga Blast from long range, they could just sit on the goalie, and on the other side it's Rune, Aimee, and I have to believe that's a Rune goalie being brought out by Vaga.
Yeah, Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, decided instead of killing them instantly, why don't we kill them a little bit slower? And decided to choose violence today.
That violence may be effective, but might not, because signature picks on Platinum exclusive, Ken Clam comfortable on that Aimee, Zay Forever on the Asher, and Vaga will enjoy the Rune goalie. But as you said, I wonder what the awakenings are, and it is Rapid Fire Prize Fighter. And the prize fighters of Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, Underworld Doctor, feeling sick, are going to try and KO Zay Forever immediately.
Yeah, I'm a little interested as a kind of semi-Aimee one trick trying to recover. I'm interested that Ken Clam actually picked Rapid Fire here because I feel like Rapid Fire Aimee on Aimee's app is not as good as Prize Fighter because Aimee's dash scales pretty heavily off of power. So I'm curious how Ken Clam's going to use the Rapid Fire to his advantage.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting pick, but I can sort of understand it, right? Because the other side is leaning so heavily into the KO. You just want to score as soon as possible. The additional core control by the cooldowns, and Zay Forever winning the strike war in front of the net. Ken Clam support wasn't necessary, but very, very, I guess... I'm losing the word. It's been a long day.
Just Asher moments. You hit it towards Asher and she hits 7,000 hitboxes towards you, just like that.
In bottom corner, barrier taken already. KenClam, good glitch pop to try and follow, but Mangoes Are Yummy is defending quite well here. Vaga now sending it forward, trying to catch with advantage, but great spacing by the great meme. But another chance, Zay Forever with the flip to the top side, and that is a quick 2-0 lead for Platinum Exclusive.
That was a beautiful glitch pop pass to Zay there. Really sped up the play and allowed the flip to come out with very little contest. I think... I apologize. I think Platinum Exclusive is trying to go, like we were saying, more of the core control comp as opposed to the kill comp. But you can't really discount Rune's ability to kill somebody and Imi's ability to catch those crazy KOs on the sides.
Speaking of damage, look at the health bar of KenClam. Zay Forever recovered with an orb, but KenClam is low, going around the entire play, trying to take the barrier, and Zay Forever wins the strike war against 2. Now positioning inward, Great Meme with the defensive special, and the KO onto KenClam is found. That's some prize fighter stacks on the board, but the Kazan is banished to play, slows down Great Meme, getting primaried. Mangoes Are Yummy pushing up, looking for an angle to flip from Vaga caught, but blocked by Zay Forever. And now Vaga still defending the barrier with the help of KenClam. The secondary comes out, pass up, Zay Forever gets the KO. And yes, this comp might be more oriented towards scoring, but as you said, they do have that kill power. Zay Forever now wins the strike war right after the barrage. Mangoes Are Yummy not ready, and that is a quick 3-0 set for Platinum Exclusive.
Yeah, Blue Team just really couldn't take advantage of their power play, even using a couple flips, and Platinum Exclusive were able to just turn that around and turn it into their own power play even. Easy score, easy life.
Oh, and look at that tempo swing available, and that will be very happily picked up by Zay Forever. Incredibly strong awakening. This Imi going for the twin drive. Quick Strike and Spark of Resilience are strong pickups here, and you know, nice to meet you. I'm Natasha, Underworld Doctor, feeling sick. Not too sad about this strat, especially with the scaling that can come through, but the Zentaro does not really get what they really want here. The Great Meme has to settle for the Egoist, which is fine and all, but you would have liked to increase your damage somehow.
Yeah, being able to get the tempo swing here on Zay is just enormous, because if either Sky Genji or the Great Meme got that, it might have actually spelled doom for KenClam, because they seem to be focusing KenClam the most. Getting rid of that core control from the Imi helps them get down the field more comfortably against the Rune.
But amazing defense from Mangoes Are Yummy, but in the end, Zay Forever presses yet another button, the dash this time, and it takes the barrier now. More follow being sent through. Vaga interrupting the midfield so well, continuing the offense of Platinum Exclusive. Now Zay Forever almost has flip. The strike wars are won by KenClam, and no flip required. A shot to the top side. Platinum Exclusive are trying to 9-0 here.
Yeah, I think, nice to meet you, I'm Natasha, an Underworld Doctor, having trouble deciding how they're going to push forward, and with the double melee, they're not really finding the ability to make the plays forward, as Zay just eliminates one of the two, and now they literally have no way to push forward.
Yeah, and whenever there's a threat on Vaga's goal, he can just pillar both top and bottom, and how do you get the barrier then? It is yet another 2-0. That last draft doing wonders for Platinum Exclusive. And yeah, like you said, that tempo swing so strong on Zay, and like you said, the denial away from either the Kazan or the Zentaro means the damage scaling is just not there for Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, an Underworld Doctor, feeling sick, as they might be feeling a little bit sick here, looking for a way, but Zay Forever catching the beautiful core flip pass.
Oh man,
that is another set.
The synergy between KenClam and Zay here is just phenomenal, and they can't even target Zay for damage anymore because of the tempo swing pickup. And then Vaga with Rapid Fire Manu, how do you even get around that as double melee, honestly?
Yeah, and now the Asher. So many good picks available, but Katos will be what is opted for. Super Surge taken away from the Zentaro, who is last pick. And if that Zentaro was second pick, the world might have been a little different. Specialized Training is still picked up by the Kazan, but it just feels like too little too late, as that time was Creator. Vaga can just double pillar for even longer now.
Maybe this is a bit chatting, but I wonder if KenClam didn't pick up Specialized there just to deny, just in case Sky Genji decided to deny Timeless.
Ooh. Might be a little bit too much chatting there, because
it's a bit of chatting.
But Baga's timeless pillar, oh my, maybe you're right. Maybe that deny would have been on the table, because how do you score against this? Great meme trying to find a way, but is just KO'd by KenClam. Super Surge. Skyjengi almost makes the play happen, but just goes to Zay Forever. Great save by Mango's Aryami, still striking it out. Gets the glitch pop save as well, but KenClam just waits for another opportunity. Cyber Swipe with the twin drive, and once again, 2 points are remaining.
I mean, the Awakenings on both teams are just so drastically different in power that I'm not even sure how Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha comes back from this. Aimi has near Giga winning Bis. Vaga has Giga winning Bis. Zay basically has Giga winning Bis. I mean, as it's even showing in the gameplay, like, how do they, as Zay just puts one in, like, how do they win?
Yeah, I feel like this is a bit of an unlucky draw for them. Platinum Exclusive, a team that, by all rights, should not be down here in the first place. And unfortunately, it looks like Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, Underworld Doctor Feeling 6 run will end here unless they could do something crazy. But KenClam has the flip blocked out by Skyjengi. Maybe a bit of an opportunity, but Zay Forever has another flip, and that just might seal their fate as Skyjengi is taken out. Zay Forever advancing up the field, winning the strike. We're surviving the Deadeye Giga Blast, and despite the damage being put on, still continues further. KenClam in position for the Cyber Swipe, pass down. Zay Forever not unable to get it this time, but will try yet again and again. The Timeless Pillars assisting in that as well. The defense is there for the blue team for now, but they just cannot even get sight of a barrier. It is hidden by the Timeless Pillars. Zay Forever, despite the KenClam KO, is still in there. Great save by Mango's Aryami, and they still managed to hold on, but how did they get this barrier?
I truly don't know. Like, even with the power play, Rune is almost 2 characters by himself with these pillars.
They get
like
it.
They got a barrier. This is their chance. And they have 2 forwards on their side. This is their one opportunity to get a nice goal. And KenClam and Vaga are able to just get it back to Zay.
Oh, great goal line save by Mango's Aryami. One more opportunity. The KO on the KenClam. Zay Forever left alone in the midfield, and there's not too much the slow Asher can do for now. Dribbling off the wall, stalling for now. Vaga sending it forward yet again. Can they do it? But still, the respawn comes in for KenClam, and that just might be it. No! It goes through to Skyjengi. The redirect to the top side past Vaga, and they put a point on the board.
Man, Platinum Exclusive has the airship, the pillars, the turret, and they're still able to get it past Vaga finally at the end of it all. It only took 2 power plays of killing KenClam almost on cooldown, but they did it.
Oh, wait, huge opportunity, but Skyjengi misses the correct redirect. Vaga makes the save, and now the pillar is back. KenClam sends it to the top side. Such a hard save to make for Mango's Aryami. Blocked away by KenClam yet again. Great strikes by Mango's Aryami, but Zay Forever is closing in. They get it out, but the banish ruins their hopes of another play. No, Skyjengi is there, but the KO onto Greatest Meme might spell their doom. The barrage comes out. Zay Forever in position, saved by Skyjengi. The defensive heroics from Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, Underworld Doctor Feeling Sick are amazing, but they'll have to burn a flip here. Do they get the barrier? No, it barely misses. Good clear from Mango's Aryami, though. Good KO on Zay Forever. Maybe this is their opportunity. Oh, that's a scary bounce from the Specialized. But
some nerves coming out there, I think.
Yeah, and now maybe another chance. They block out the pillar. They manage to stall for now, but the respawn comes in yet again. It's so scary.
Aimi's looking low, though. If they can get another kill on one of these 2, they have a good chance to stall out the... Oh, never mind. The Timeless Rune Pillars is pretty strong, it seems, and scores the last goal there. And unfortunately, Nice to Meet You, I'm Natasha, and Underworld Doctor Feeling Sick is out of the tournament.
Yeah. Well played. They did get that 1 goal. It was looking good for a little bit. They almost started a little bit of a comeback, but Platinum Exclusive showed why they got first in the latter stage. Absolute domination.
Domination on the field, in the draft, arguably in the picks. Yeah, it was just a pretty clean game by them, only dropping 1 goal the entire set.
Very clean. And Platinum Exclusive move on to the losers finals rematch versus LP Thieves. The LP Thieves that sent them to the losers bracket, and that's quite a massive upset that happened in winner's side, because LP Thieves, I believe, are not in the playoffs of NASA. They barely didn't make it, and Platinum Exclusive are sitting pretty in the winner's side of playoffs. So just goes to show how competitive NASA is, how close together, how any team can win against each other on the day, and also how consistent Platinum Exclusive has been.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been paying as much attention to NASA compared to Nassel. Um, but I have heard a lot about Platinum Exclusives run staying in winner side. I believe didn't they almost make it into Nassel this season?
Platinum exclusive. I'll have to check.
I don't remember.
Platinum exclusive. Were no LP Thieves were one series away from making it into Nassel.
Oh, it
They
was
lost to
LP
Chikara
Thieves, that's
chatting.
right.
Yeah. Platinum exclusive, unfortunately, were very, very far. They got eliminated by Winterfall and then PP Legends in the qualifier tournament.
They've been looking better though. I think they have a really good shot at the next Nassel season to qualify.
Yeah, they're looking very good, especially if they can make a deep run in the NASA playoffs, get their mental going nice and strong, and yeah.
But they got to look forward to their next match up here in the losers finals now, correct?
Yep. Oh, I'm being told LP Thieves are a series away from making it to NASA playoffs. Okay, wait, they're not out apparently. So they both have their hopes alive right now.
Oh wow, I thought NASA had finished already. That's my bad.
Well, we'll see that when it happens, but right now it is match in front of us. 2 NASA teams, but this isn't NASA, it's a Starcade. It's a best of 1. And yeah, it'll be definitely very interesting as these 2 teams face off. That was so lame from me. It sounded like a weak outro when it wasn't an outro at all.
I haven't actually. So going back to this game, actually, I'm still looking at the stats. I'm not entirely sure how. Actually, no, I lost my train of thought. Ignore me. My brain just like collapsed and went into shutdown mode there for a second. But now, like you said, it's basically a NASA matchup, but in losers finals of a Starcade. This is going to be an intense battle, I think. LP Thieves consist of who again?
LP Thieves are Feinmucked, Winter Freezer, and Death Gun.
Oh, that's right. And with double the IME players, they can't ban out Feinmucked this time. That seems to be one of LP Thieves' major target bans, is getting Feinmuck off of his comfort IME pick.
I do think Platinum Exclusive could look to ban the IME actually, but it is IME Zap, so the bans may be a little warped, a little different.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to go for the Rasmus Julie ban. I think they banned Julie here, at least LP Thieves, just specifically to target Zay, maybe? Oh, but a rune ban.
Yeah,
It must be like a timeless start or something.
I saw them chatting a little bit, and apparently they banned Vaga's rune last time as well. They just don't want to play versus it, and Rasmus ban means that Feinmuck's still hovering the Kai, maybe favoring it. I don't know. It's a strange map to pick it on. We'll probably switch to the IME, I guess.
It could work, but it's very awakening dependent, whereas IME doesn't really care about her awakenings on this map.
Oh, but looking at the Kai pick and the Kai hover here, there must be something good for Kai, it appears, as...
Maybe a primetime start, you think?
Perhaps, but the thing is, IME's fine with that too, and KenClam picks it just fine, and the it's Castellas, isn't it?
It has to be Castellas with an Octavia pickup. Because I don't know about you, but I feel like this is not one of Octavia's better maps.
Probably Chrono.
Yeah, quintuple Chrono with a tempo swing. Saya, is tempo swing weak? I think it needs a buff.
Yeah, it only got picked once here.
It only got picked once. It's definitely the weakest awakening in this game so far.
Oh, but we were reminded that we should be minimizing our sarcasm usage during when we broadcasted Big Fish 9. We realized that maybe the reason why weak things get buffed and strong things get... Sorry, quote-unquote weak things get buffed is because the sarcasm is too many layers or something like that.
They just can't read past the layers. I don't think I've ever seen Octavia played by Zay before. Do you know Zay as an Octavia player?
Well, Zay is one of the more streamers, so definitely probably picked it up at least once, and doing quite well with the flow state. And of course, Octavia, a surprisingly good pick on this map, as long as you don't get instantly KO'd, especially when the opponents don't pick heavy damage. Like right here, and well, a snipe in means the first gold to Platinum exclusive.
Yeah, it might actually prove to be an incredible pickup, because their only realistic kill potential before Kai gets like spec training or Deadeye is Juliet dash punch. But with Octavia moving so fast with Chrono, how do you dash punch that, right? And then suddenly Octavia can take over the game because the kill pressure's not there.
Yeah, the only thing that Octavia has to fear is that Death Gun Juliet, and if you just run in the opposite direction, opposite side of the field, what can the Juliet do? But it's all about KenClam right now, the blink to the top corner, as Platinum exclusive, showing no signs of that loss from the winner side.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're really feeling their previous win. Oh, as Vaga kind of gives up a barrier there.
Oh, fine mugs with the barrage.
Oh, what an incredible save by Vaga, though. Deathgun a little too fast on the dash punch, and just barely misses the goal line clear.
Now Zay Forever sending it to the top side. Feinmucks with the flip, trying to find an angle to Deathgun, who finds it down, but Vaga has enough speed to make the save. Now KenClam setting up, down to Zay Forever. The blink comes through, but still not enough to get the barrier. Winter Freezer defending quite well. Zay Forever sending it, and here, when Deathgun is basically looking for a dash punch angle, sitting on the goalie, Zay Forever has nothing to fear at all, just dribbles it back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, this Zay's Octavia is just going to take over the game if they have no way to deal with her. And right now, their team has nothing with no awakenings that can help them catch up or push her off.
Cast the last
and
is
cast
in the
the last. It might be over, Saya. It might legitimately be over. There's not enough damage on this draft right now to kill Octavia.
Yeah,
which leads them into such a strong set 2.
And both extra special and timeless on the same draft, which guarantees one of them for the IME. This is just overwhelming first draft. I think, yeah.
This is going to snowball this set, at least in the draft, at least on paper, because Aimee gets Biss. Octavia has basically everything she could ever want in the first set of the game, second set of the game, and they have no answer to it. I mean, look at this. They're just running circles around them.
Oh, and the turret lasts a little too long. Zay Forever trying to get in there, but good saves from Winter Freezer. But no matter how many saves you make, Zay Forever, never-ending speed, has fully scaled just one set in, and the LP Thieves will have to find some miracle KOs to bring this game under control.
Yeah, I mean, Deathgun I had the right idea with the Super Surge, giving the longer dash punch range, but you can't do that in the goal box. You don't have enough knockback.
Yeah. And now Winter Freezer has to defend against KenClam as well. The long chrono roll, but Zay Forever finds the angle around, dropping back to guarantee win a Strike War by just not Strike War in the first place. And KenClam catches Winter Freezer's patience by just using the hit stun.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about how positioning is key in this game, but when you're as fast as Zay, every position's the right position. You just create your own position, and your sphere of influence, as they say, is just so large that they can't even get around. I mean, Zay finally loses the flow state, but just has another one.
Oh, well. This might be one of the... You know how we said the last one might have been a 9-0? I think this is definitely a 9-0.
This might actually be a 9-0. I mean, Octavia really doesn't even need anything at this point, and she gets aerials anyway, or even Stagger Swagger.
Yeah, the real question is, aerial, Stagger Swagger, or Spark of Resilience? You have 3 options, or Prime Time, aerials, okay.
Whatever you want, honestly, because you don't need Perfect Form, because your flow state's never going to run out. Stagger Swagger is not even that necessary, because they don't have the damage to even proc it, so you might as well just go aerials and become Omega Zoomies as soon as you press the shift or the space or whatever your secondary button is.
And there is no miracle. There is no 1-2 punch for the Death Gun Juliet to maybe get a KO on Zay, as I'm just looking at Zay's awakenings. It's just so comical. Oh my.
Zay's like, oh, you're Juliet? Well, I'm gonna actually dash punch you with my ultimate instead. And hits the base drop on Death Gun, and now it's just a power play in what already felt like a power play to begin with.
Oh, and just walks around the dash punch of Death Gun. KenClam wins the Strike War. And yet again, how can win? How?
Where's the Luna running with a rocket in her hand emote when you need it? I mean, this Zay, we gave Zay a knife, and he just took off running with it.
Right now, FindMuck getting the barrier. The chance to avoid the clean sweep. Death Gun in position, cannot get the strike, and now Zay Forever is speeding up. But FindMuck and Death Gun are in position. Can they do it? Oh, this final strike. They avoid the 9-0, and if they could score that fast while Zay is away, maybe they can take a set. But I think Zay is gonna drop back.
Yeah, I think the major player there actually was KenClam blinking and being unable to capitalize on the blink, which allowed FindMuck and Death Gun to get that 2v1. But now it's looking like a 5v1 over here with this incredibly fast Octavia and the Imi providing the turret pressure as they're just dancing. Look at this, they're just dancing around him. The flow state lasts like 6.5 seconds with these two trainings, and yeah, just wins the Strike War. Easy money.
Zay is playing in creative mode right now, has all the speed in the world, can fly, can strike the core from anywhere, it feels like. Can Death Gun find something? Same side as Zay, but no, will just retreat to the position to try and score, but Vaga just clears it away with the Giga Blast. Zay Forever walking all the way to the top side, pushing forward, getting the barrier, has flip available. And this could be the last moments of the LP Thieves today. The KO onto Winter Freezer. And that is the game.
Yeah, that goal certainly looked extremely savable right there. Yeah, I mean, just Giga winning this on Octavia, getting the Castellas off the first draft, and then Death Gun and FindMuck not being able to answer back with any sort of KOs. I mean, they tried with the heavy impact draft and the Super Surge bulk up draft, but they just did not have enough to deal with Zay. Their only realistic chance was after they score and Octavia guaranteed can't have flow state. Like, they have about 10 seconds to do something before Zay gets flow state back, and they're just on the back foot the entire time. I mean, as you watch these replays, it's just kind of the Zay show. KenClam feeds it to Zay, and Zay just dribbles around 3 people in 1v9s.
Yeah. And we're probably going to be heading into Grands right away, as that was probably the fastest 2 games in a row in Omega Strikers history, tournament history. What was that last one? 8 minutes, 27 seconds? Oh my.
Oh man. Going on a speedrunning record right now.
But
how fast was the previous one before this one?
I didn't check, but it's in the
minutes?
VOD. It's in the VOD.
It had to have been 10 minutes or less, honestly. It was pretty quick for them to clean that one up too. And I just really think that was just an unfortunate... not only was the draft unfortunate, but I think that LP Thieves might have messed themselves up by choosing the Kai there, because Kai's kill potential doesn't come until he gets basically things that allow his Giga Blast to do work. But there was no start for the Giga Blast, and so they kind of took the risk. I think Zay was last pick though, so they really couldn't see it coming, because FindMuck was second pick. And so you pick Kai, or I think they picked Juliet and then Kai. And Zay might have actually picked the Octavia, seeing Juliet Kai and understanding the kind of deep macro of it, that, okay, well, they really don't have a realistic way to kill me when I have Chrono Boost. It might have just been a character pick diff in a way.
Yeah, it might have been. But, I think they just blundered, because Octavia is just better Kai with Chrono Start in terms of what they want to do, right? In terms of scaling out of control, in terms of their place in those comps, it feels like. So, yeah, it's just a little rough.
Yeah, and Feinmuck just couldn't find any way to get around KenClan's Imi between Zay's speed catching up and basically turning it into a... Not only was Zay the forward, but also the midfielder in a way. Because he had so much speed to not only be the forward, but also aid KenClan in the midfield. And Wagner can push up with the Kai. I mean, how do you ever get across the midfield line at that point? Just a crazy, crazy game of one-sided push it in their direction until it goes in the goal, basically. I mean, even the redirects speak volumes. I mean, Deathgun with 12 redirects, Feinmuck with 52. I mean, it's a solid number, but they just couldn't keep up with KenClan and Zay. Between the speed, the turret, Vaga covering them from midfield. I mean, yeah. I think I'm going on too much about this game, but it's an interesting one to study, especially for character picks.
Yeah. In the end, I think when there's a Chrono Boost start, you always have to fear the Octavia. And yeah.
True that. Is this a best of one, or is it game advantage best of 3?
It's best of 1 with reset, which is exactly the same thing as game advantage best of 3.
No, it's not, Saya. It's not the same.
Okay. Game best of 1 with reset sounds cooler. Best of 1 with reset.
Yeah, we got to get the bracket reset.
The
Saya.
bracket reset. The competitive
Think of the
integrity,
audience.
The competitive integrity, the competitiveness, the prestige.
And then at the end, when they reset the bracket, you get to yell reset. Come on, Saya. You got to do it with me. When they do it, you got to do it with me. Promise? Pinky promise?
How do we get like the timing down?
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
The more scuffed, the better.
Yeah, I agree. Do you see the clip where they saying happy birthday in the Discord call?
I think I was there live for it, actually. That was that Big Fish on Surplus?
No, it was twice on Nassel.
Twice on Nassel.
One of them was Appa and one of them was for me.
That's awesome. Trying to coordinate anything in Discord is just hilarious.
The slight delay and the sound crunching made it one of the clips of all time. It's probably one of the featured clips or something. One of the more viewed clips on this channel.
That's definitely legendary in Omega Strikers history. Speaking of this game, remind me again who's on Core Requiem? I feel so underinformed.
Core Requiem is an interesting team. It's Xeno Gemini, Loki NB, and Striker Kai.
Oh, that's right. Man, it's a bit anecdotal, but I remember Striker Kai just 1v9'd my entire team on an IMUSAP game once with Kai. It was really just unfortunate. Yeah. But have Loki and NB and Striker Kai teamed up consistently? I don't remember this team.
Yeah, I don't remember Loki NB as much. Xeno Gemini definitely very, very seen often with Striker Kai, and I was a little worried how Striker Kai's playstyle would fit in with this team, because Striker Kai is a ridiculous egoist. Like he
is the egoist.
He only wants to score. He only wants core control for himself, and that's why in organized play he has not found success at all, and in higher levels of ranked he has not found success, which is also why he has 20 million alts instead of trying to like actually play with good players. But so far in this tournament he has been pretty supportive and enabled Loki pretty well, so maybe a new leaf for Striker Kai.
Yeah, maybe he found some really good synergy with Loki NB, because that's one of the interesting things about the team play in this game is sometimes you can have two really good players on forward, but they just have negative synergy, right? I don't know if you've ever heard of Just Logan 2 and then OSAS competitor Marissa. When those two play together, they're both incredible players in their own rights, but they have literally negative synergy. They literally never pass each other the ball and struggle to score because they never work around as a team. They both try to just 1v9 ego the ball into the goal, and it's really hilarious to watch them play together.
Yeah, well,
so to finish my thought, my bad. It could be that Loki NB might actually be kind of the rein-in of that egoist style that Striker Kai has to be able to round out the team more, if that makes sense.
Perhaps, but we should be getting in any time now, and these are the two teams that finished top 2 in the ladder. Platinum Exclusive finished first, and Core Requiem finished second, but they're kind of upside down here. Core Requiem on the winner side of Grands, and Platinum Exclusive on the loser side, and as Loki NB says, I'm just there to get carried. Maybe Core Requiem will be able to take it here, because they just need to win one, but Platinum Exclusive needs to win 2 in a row.
He's just like me, for real. As Thespian Gamer carries me through my OSAS career. Thespian GOAT! Shout out. Anyway, still searching for a game, it seems. I don't know if the teams are ready because I'm not in the Start GG chat. But it should be interesting because I honestly wasn't expecting Core Requiem to get ladder second on this tournament. And they actually pulled out some pretty good wins against their teams, and so now they get to sit here in grand final pretty comfortably in the winners bracket. They basically just need to win this one and only game, and the whole tournament's theirs. But that's going to be pretty tough against the what can be considered semi-legendary Platinum Exclusive in this tournament specifically.
But since it appears these teams are taking a bit of a bathroom break, let's talk about OSAS for a little bit. You're in the top 4 this Thursday. You will be facing off against Seraphim Rose Gold in loser semis. Any thoughts on that?
No thoughts, hit Core.
Okay,
I'm joking.
I should have asked someone else.
No, we've been talking quite a bit about it, trying to develop strategies around the various teams and whatnot, going over very specifically our loss against Chikara Ice. I don't know if you remember those games. Game 1, we really had that win and kind of just fell apart, and have been studying that game specifically to figure out what kind of went wrong. And then the second game, they beat us 3-1. It was a lot less close, but they had a very clear strategy that we weren't really able to deal with, which was kind of like an energy denial strategy. They ran Vice, and I forgot what their second forward was, but basically the point was take energy awakenings, force evades and kills on us, and win via energy economy, and it worked pretty phenomenally. Can't say that word, I'm not even gonna bother. But so we've been trying to figure out ways to shore up our weaknesses in that regard, and character picks. I think we kind of threw our draft as well. And specifically in our game against Seraphim Rose Gold, we have played them before, and I think we're 1-1 in the 2 games we've played. But yeah, they're a pretty scary team because they have really good synergy. Cloakoak is kind of just the GOAT in OSAS. Incredible that he didn't get drafted for KG, to be honest. I'm very shocked by that. And he's kind of hard to ban out because he has the Aimi, but he has the Rasmus and the Zentaro. So we have some strategies to deal with that team as we get into OSAS, but we'll see when we get there. I guess we'll just have to wait for Thursday. Oh no, we got Inky's Splash Zone. No, Saya, say it isn't so.
Well, I won't be the one lying to you today because Surf's up and Juno is ready with the Summer Splash skin. It's looking like it's going to be a very volatile game on Inky Splash Zone. They take away the Atlas, but Henclam, I think, knowing that the Aimi will be banned away, maybe prefers the Juno in some aspects here. It's wide open. It's a huge map. Maybe the pick to use.
Yeah, I would actually argue that Juno is better here than Aimi, but that could just be my Plat genes kicking in. Just because of how big and open this map is. Aimi can definitely get around, and I think they might have banned Aimi specifically because it may have been a Twin Drive start. And Twin Drive Aimi can be tough to deal with, but so can Twin Drive Juno. She's just everywhere. As we finally get into it, it was the Twin Drive Quick Strike start.
Kazan goalie,
Xeno Gemini, pulling out something we haven't seen since probably day 2 of Kazan. when he was used in OSAS.
Yeah, there was an Osas Kazan goalie. I remember.
Well, recently Death Penalty was an OSAS Kazan goalie that decided that Kazan didn't have 4 abilities and decided that he was going to become the Omega Striker and literally only goalied with strikes.
Oh, I remember that. I was there for that one. And Striker Kai on the Kai looking to do something here. But yeah, again, Striker Kai's playing way farther back than I usually see him. And Zay Forever, despite that, catches an amazing pass from Kenklam for the first goal.
Yeah, and I think the cooldown nerf for Kazan there actually kicked in, because normally I would expect the primary to be there to catch that, but it actually wasn't this time around. And it is interesting. Striker Kai is taking up more of this midfield role as he decides that off-field is more his role. As Zay gets the KO, almost gets a double on Loki. And it's going to be very interesting to see how Xeno Gemini deals with the just sheer pressure that Juno can put on, because even the normal goalies have trouble dealing with all the extra slimes.
Yeah, we'll have to be very careful with the strikes, with the multi-hit ability that Kazan has, as Kenklam somehow survives and Xeno Gemini gets mixed by the slime. Okay, well, I don't know how Kenklam survived there.
I really don't know either, but that is kind of the weakness of Kazan right here. He doesn't really have the ability to keep it away from him when it's in front of him. And if his cooldown on grab is down, he has no way to get it back to him if it goes anywhere to his sides. So he just runs into the issue that he's going to get Juliet dash punched, or he's going to get mixed up by Juno just so much. Loki and B with the nice flip to get them the barrier here, but is he going to be able to convert it? Yes, he is with the ultimate.
Yeah, really good positioning, not panicking, knowing how it was going to bounce off of the unstable anomaly. I should just call it a pillar. I got ahead of myself. Thought I could pronounce English better than I could. But Striker Kai now, a bit more of an egoist, but immediately runs face first into a pillar, and that barrage doesn't really achieve too much.
Well, we've all been there. Sometimes we just want to ego the pillar, even though it's literally impossible. Xeno Gemini having to burn the flip here to keep it away. This could be one instance where the Kazan pickup might actually be good, though, because Kazan can actually start to bully Juliet when Juliet normally wants to position near him, and that could force Zay to play in a much different way than maybe he could be comfortable for, especially if Xeno Gemini is able to pick up some good awakenings later that to deal damage. They're really struggling to get around this rune pillar nonsense, though. What's Xeno Gemini with the self-barrier?
Yeah, and Vaga has been holding on quite well. Great rune pillar usage. Goes right directly to Kenklam, blocked away by Loki. The stuff on the core flip is good, and this time the dash punch will KO properly. Now Loki with the flip, looking to get the barrier, sends it all the way to the wrong way. Xeno Gemini has to make the pass, but now the barrier's finally down. Vaga clearing to the top side. The pillar will save it for now. Save it forever. It appears as Zay Forever is now there to cover the top side. Kenklam covering the bottom side, preventing any clears that way, but still cleared away by Xeno Gemini. Has the open primary as well. The hook send it all the way through. Snipe cross map and send it into the pocket.
That was incredible primary usage by Xeno Gemini there, using the open primary to catch the upward clear, and then using the closed primary to try to cover the possible lower goal from the flip. It's just really heads up play by Xeno Gemini here. And one thing to note, he's taken pauldrons. As just nice passing play from Striker Kai and Loki and B, scores them the set. One thing to note though, Xeno Gemini is taken pauldrons. And two reasons for that, believe it or not. One, size is obviously good on Kazan, but also every single hit in overtime is a red hit from close strike. So he's able to actually get some better clear angles by just hitting this thing so hard that the forwards can't keep up with it.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a scary draft. Tempo swing falling scarily far. If that drops down to Zay Forever, I feel like that's just a good pickup. But we'll go for the bulk up instead here. Interesting spark pickup here, but overall, I'm looking at that big fish, Xeno Gemini, double size, looking to be triple size perhaps. Will have a much easier time defending.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the primary covers over 3/4 of the gold box, and so he's able to deal with what would normally be able to mix up Kazan by just having this enormous size. I don't hate the tempo swing falling in this particular case because neither team is really going for the damage here. You're pretty much going to get kills from either rune combos, which Rune doesn't usually want to do as a goalie, or dash punch. Or maybe a 6 snipe from Striker Kai. And that's pretty much it. In fact, the only one I think who could have used Tempo Swing would be Xeno Gemini against Zay. But Zay hasn't been staying near Xeno, so there's no reason to even pick it up.
Oh, and Zay pinging pass, getting a pass, but Xeno Gemini immediately pulls it away. The hook is so massive, so much range on that. And now KenClam not getting KO'd at all there. Surviving, sending the core forward yet again. Striker Kai, not a lot of meter to speak of. But look at that, Zay Forever taking so much damage from Xeno Gemini. And that pillar is not what you want, Vaga. The wrong pillar placement means an own goal.
Yeah, and one thing to note also is Striker Kai and Loki and B both opted not to pick up Quick Strike here. And so, despite not having Quick Strike, Striker Kai and Loki seem to have the better core control right now, even over a Juno.
Yeah, they're figuring it out quite well here. Xeno Gemini now sending it forward yet again, and this Kazan, the additional size is doing wonders along with the twin drive. So much utility. But Zay Forever getting the kill on Loki. Now Striker Kai helping out on the defense. KenClam though winning the strike war against the Kazan. Vaga now sending it down. They have to get this goal here if they want to stay alive in this set. But Xeno Gemini just flips it away. Vaga forced to send it through, but Striker Kai just gets it through the water. Sends it away from the water. Sends it through with the barrage. But yet again the pillar holds. Right now on the top side, KenClam looking for a goal, but Xeno Gemini still manages to save it. Finally a flip by Zay Forever. It's still blocked by the strike of Xeno Gemini, but in the end it will be a final strike war win by Zay Forever. Maybe a little bit of hope for Platinum exclusive.
I don't think they need hope necessarily. They'd only lost the last set. It was 3-2. I just think that they're finally working a little bit better together and using their quick strikes to their advantage now. As Loki, oh wow, that actually went through the tiniest little pocket to get that goal barrier from Loki and B.
Yeah, threaded the needle, and you have to feel bad. Whoa, KenClam with a risky jump, but knew the timing on the water cannon. Now Vaga has to be careful around the Giga Blast. Does not get caught by KenClam, trying to send it through too. But Loki wins the strike war to flip out. Is good. Zay Forever stuns Xeno Gemini for now. It goes all the way around the world. Zay Forever trying to send it to the water cannon. But Loki gets one more chance. The pillar is just barely good enough. Now Zay Forever dribbling in front of the net. Xeno Gemini will send it away. Loki positioned quite well. The pillar will send it to Zay Forever for now. Long range strike does not work out. Blocked away by Striker Kai. KenClam now gets possession, sending it up to Zay Forever. Sent down by Xeno Gemini, and that hook has been so good so far. As Zay Forever trying to find an opportunity, but yet again Xeno Gemini defending it. The slime not enough still. The open primary. This Kazan is defending, and the KO onto Vaga by Loki.
Man, where is Z Yoshi's defending emote when you need it? Xeno Gemini just put on a clinic there. That was incredible, saving it twice against the juice and saving against the Juno slimes with the hook. I mean, it was just... This is what you want to see from your Kazan goalies in Xeno Gemini right here.
Yeah, and don't forget it, Xeno Gemini, a national player, was on Prodigies in Season 1 East. Barely did not make playoffs, were basically a tiebreaker off of playoffs, and that was a very competitive league back then.
Yeah, and oh, as Loki does not go the correct direction, Vaga actually messing up the combo there. And we'll probably heal up in time to not have to worry too much. Striker Kai and Loki and B's synergy has looked pretty strong in the first set, but not as strong in this one. Loki and B actually gets the dash punch into the juice, but it doesn't matter because Zay just knocks it in around everyone. And it's 2-2 on the second set.
Yeah, this time Vaga's KO doesn't matter as much. Zay now working on the meter, but so has Xeno Gemini and Striker Kai. Look at that, the flipped is almost available for the Kazan. Zay has to figure out something now, but Xeno Gemini has flipped. The defense will be quite annoying to get through as Zay is taking 3 million damage. This Kazan is just bullying Zay will have to be so careful. Sends the flip out, and Xeno Gemini is up in the air, cannot make the save. And if Platinum Exclusive get this one, they'll look so good. KenClam goes for the strike, barely misses it. The barrier on the other side is taken. Loki going in, but the pillar is good. The interruption from Zay forever. Now KenClam trying to find some possession here, but Striker Kai with the speed will prevent it from happening. The pillar, the slime, sends it away. Xeno Gemini to the top side. The banish is good. Onto Loki for now. But Zay forever into traffic. Striker Kai in position. You have to be so careful for Vaga. The dash punch barely misses to the top side. Cannot find a strike, but the bounce does not go in the goal. Now KenClam in front of the net. Xeno Gemini still defending it away. Zay forever trying to find a chance. The punch is enough.
Yeah, Xeno Gemini reading the dash punch, but getting stuck in the elusive animation. Just a little unfortunate there. As oddly enough, Zay ended up is midfield Juliet for a lot of that volley, and it ended up working out because they were able to get it around Striker Kai, finish off the kill on Loki and B, and just win with the power play.
But despite that win on the set, these 2 picks in a row might be devastating. The prime time does not fall to the Rune. It goes to the Kazan, and Xeno Gemini has been defending so well. Now add another primary to the mix. I do have to say KenClam is sparking up quite nicely, but I don't know how good that'll do.
Yeah, I don't see Sparks Juno as like one of the stronger Sparks users, if that makes sense. Kind of like the same as when I talk to some people about, you know, whether or not Sparks are good on Aimi. Like, they have so many other awakenings they'd much rather have than 4 Sparks in their inventory. You know, Juno wants the hot shot, Aimi wants the timeless, various things like that. So you'd almost rather have your Sparks on your brawlers who don't need all those extra stats, or who don't need all those extra awakenings.
Oh, Vaga still manages to make the save despite the KO. Huge opportunity. Zay forever has the flip. KenClam playing a little far back. Loki pressuring. Striker Kai pushing up, and that Giga Blast combined with the punch is enough. But you have to think what might have happened if Zay got that flip slightly earlier, had 1 shot at the goal.
Yeah, I think if Zay had realized he was getting flip earlier, that would have been an easy goal for him, but just didn't realize when the flip was coming online and wasn't able to secure it. Trying to get past Striker Kai here in the midfield, having a lot of trouble. And but he gets the KO with the core flip instead, and decides to work on the power play. Striker Kai having trouble getting around the pillars, the blobs with this flip, but almost gets the goal there, pretty close. Oh, and does with the barrage.
Yeah, Platinum Exclusive are not respecting the Striker Kai speed. The blazing pace gives so much now that he has aerials. KenClam has to be careful around the water. Loki cannot find the timing, but Striker Kai finds the perfect window past the pillar.
He is the egoist, Saya, as he just almost 1v9s that entire point by himself with a little help from Loki and some saves from Xeno. But yeah, like you said, they're not respecting the aerial's twin drive speed, as well as the stagger swagger means they don't really get to kill him through damage. They have to kill him through like a surprise rune combo or a dash punch. And so Striker Kai gets to become the egoist he always wants to be, running everywhere, feeding the ball to Loki, and scoring on his own as well.
Right, Zay forever, 1 chance, immediately brutally taken away by the water cannon activation. Past the KenClam though, maybe this is it. Xeno Gemini pushing up, but the core is stalled perfectly. Does not go to Zay forever in time. Another attempt by KenClam, but just has to jump all the way around. The bounces are not favorable for Vaga, but a flip to the top side right before the water comes down will put a point on the board in this set for Platinum Exclusive.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Xeno had used both of his primaries and decides last moment that he needs to flip to the open primary, but it just wasn't in time. And unfortunately, Loki's been actually striking the core directly at Vaga quite often. I think if Loki can just redirect a tiny bit more towards the goal, they can make it work, as the juice just feeds a crazy goal to KenClam and Zay.
Yeah, great snipe by KenClam with that slime, perfect timing. And yeah, I was looking at the chat a little in the earlier sets, and there was a little bit of chatter about Loki being good except for the strike placement pretty much. The aim was what needed to be worked on. And if that happens, if that adaptation comes through, that could be the defining factor in this game, because Loki has had a lot of chances.
Yeah, maybe even if Striker Kai can push up a little closer with Loki and cover like the other clear angles, they could probably work around the pillars and Zay's hilarious midfield Julie right now to get these scores in that would normally go in otherwise.
Oh, but
Oh, textbook dribble to dash punch for Loki and B, and hits him with the Drakkar piece emote. I forgot the name of that emote, but it's so good when you get a kill.
yeah, car disappears, but a very scary hotshot appears potentially. Rapid fire sparking potential, but hotshot has to be taken away, right? Yeah, no way.
Absolutely, yeah. And you cannot give Xeno Gemini rapid fire because he would have infinite primaries, and I'm not sure how you score on him at that point. Although he's still going to get infinite primaries. Perfect form Kazan is incredible. Is he going to go for the Catalyst instead? No, it takes the perfect form. Yeah, I mean, KenClam has triple spark, though. It's going to be nearly impossible to kill this Juno with between her elusives and the speed and the HP.
Oh, but my concern is just that Vaga, that defense, along with Zay Forever not having enough speed really to keep up is the issue. But if you get the KOs, maybe that's not what you need. But KenClam also gets KO'd, and that is not a good situation for Platinum exclusive. They send it through, but Xeno Gemini has more than enough cooldowns to make the save. Now with the banish, but Striker Kai right through the pillar is good from Vaga, not panicking in the situation. And Striker Kai once again pushing forward, getting it to Loki, in position for the dash punch, but great clear from Vaga to get it out in time. But as you said, Xeno Gemini, infinite cooldowns. How do you score?
Yeah, I mean, between Prime Time and Perfect Form and Twin Drive, he has 8 abilities, Saya, if you don't include his ultimate. Oh, unfortunate pillar timing from Vaga there, misses the strike, and Striker Kai just gets a midfield goal.
Yeah, Xeno has more than scaled by now. Basically 2 Kazans in one package, and scoring is going to be a little difficult, especially when Zay Forever just does not have the speed available. Gets caught up on the bottom side, gets KO'd, and just KenClam in the midfield trying to score with the slimes, but Xeno Gemini is just so massive, has so many cooldowns to send it away, and once this pillar expires, Striker Kai will just send it forward yet again to Loki, pushing up, trying for the KO on the bumper. Vaga thankfully staying alive, great pillar and punch to block the core flip, but Loki will try again next time. Striker Kai threatening a barrage, bluffing a little bit. Loki with the punch. Great pillars by Vaga. The rapid fire paying dividends right now. But can KenClam get the flip? No, it is still blocked away by Xeno Gemini. Loki in position. Sends it through. The pillar cannot form in time. And Core Requiem are 1 goal away from the tournament.
I was actually watching Xeno Gemini there use the closed to open special where he does the closed to open special where he does the open umbrella strike, and it's the size of a pillar. So not only is this guy 2 Kazans, he's got basically a pillar in his kit whenever he wants. Albeit temporary. Oh, as the juice just feeds one to Zay and he wins the strike core for an easy goal. But Core Requiem is on match point. They have to really make this work for them. And honestly, I think the Secretary Juno is hurting them. Because Juno wants dash range, she wants more primaries, she wants better ways to deal with pressure and more slimes, and right now all she has is speed and strength.
Yeah, and that was a very interesting, no, not very interesting, very intelligent draft decision by Loki, who went the Spark of Focus to deny KenClam, actually. And that means KenClam doesn't get that cooldown. Cannot find a strike here, unfortunately. The KO on the Xeno Gemini, though, earlier is exactly what they needed here. They need to score. They have the water cannon to back them up through the KenClam, but Loki will still block it out, and now Xeno Gemini has respawned. It gets past the Vaga, and this could be really bad. KenClam now trying to work on a flip here. The water cannon sends it up, but KenClam is there. Has the flip now. Can try to send it. Zay Forever in position. They cannot get the play through. Zay now taking so much damage. Will be able to steal an orb out. Trying to win a strike war against Striker Kai. Cannot do so at the moment. Zay Forever now sending it through. KenClam trying to find the right strike, but Loki will still send it through. The pillar is good to block it. Vaga has flip for insurance. Zay Forever is working on one as well. You got to be so careful. The flip comes out all the way across the map. Xeno Gemini now. Zay Forever had to use an elusive. The flip is still so far away for them. KenClam now looking for an opportunity. It goes around the world. Vaga has to clear it. Sends it away. Amazing clear angle to get it around, and Zay Forever wins the strike war against the open primary to bring it to another 0.5.
The stick part of the open primary only hits twice, and Zay was able to actually hit it through the stick and get it in there. despite that was the one instance where Size and Kazan actually it goes against you because it increases the range at which the actual part you want to hit hits. With a nice Banish to cover the clear here, as there's the double Egoist is just really trying to get through this Rune Pillar, and a nice core flip from Zay gets them a free barrier as Xeno's stuck in the primary animation. And now a power play with the Juice. Oh, but they got a nice clear from Loki. Forward in the net, Saya.
Yeah, Loki managing to make the clears, getting the strike timings. KenClam does have flip, but the open primary is so good. So many strikes, send it back away. Vaga defending the barrier for now. Needs to keep that up for dear life to keep the offense going for Platinum exclusive. Zay now in position, trying to find a clear from Xeno, but it is still sent away. Loki looking for a dribble play with the flip. The water cannon sent out, but has barely any effect. Zay advancing up the field, almost at flip, but almost is not good enough right now. KenClam trying to send it up, has the flip, but cannot make it happen. Loki now sends it through. The pillars are good to block the flip. Zay's flip is blocked out by Xeno Gemini, though. So many good flip defenses from this Kazan so far this game. Vaga now, so many pillars used, still has another one to rapid fire, paying dividends now. Zay Forever still blocked away by Xeno Gemini. This Kazan is defending so well against the Julie Striker Kai as well. The Strike Wars are won in the midfield. A final angle up, it's still not enough. The slight miss angle could cost him right here as Zay Forever goes for a punch, but KenClam is taken out. Now Vaga with the flip has to pray for a miracle. The double banish, walking up. The KO does not come through on the Striker Kai. Zay Forever now looking for something, but Striker Kai blocks it away. The KO onto Loki. This could be huge. Zay Forever, no, still blocked away by Xeno Gemini's dash special. And Striker Kai with the flip, looking for the barrier. It is still not taken. KenClam and Zay Forever trying to find an angle, trying to find an opening, but no, a slight mistiming means Zay Forever dash punches nothing. The slime sends it all the way around. The barrier's open. The barrage is there. One last chance. Will it even be there for Platinum exclusive? The water cannon. KenClam in position with the slimes to the bottom side. They send us to a set 5.
What a volley. That was incredible. Xeno Gemini with the tech to stop Zay's dash punch. KenClam accidentally owned burying there with a misdirect on the slime and still secures the goal in the end. And now we have pancakes on the table. Stacks on stacks would be incredible on either KenClam or Zay here to help them get around the... Oh, but 1-2 punch Juno. It's basically hot shot light for her.
But the thing is that I like it, and 1-2 punch does reach super fast core speed with the enough power from the sparks. I just feel like stacks on stacks is so... Okay, well, never mind. They let stacks on stacks through to Zay. I was about to say you need one person to have enough speed. I feel like they're getting outsped, and they let Zay have it. So I feel like, despite the timeless denial from Xeno Gemini, I really have to, despite the Chrono Boost from Striker Kai as well, I have to favor Platinum exclusive coming in as KenClam just dies.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even with KenClam dead here, I mean, one goal is one goal if this even turns into a goal, which Vaga stalling with Banish and Pillars is proving, as casters curse him, and he gives up the barrier and almost the goal there, and then the goal. One goal is one goal, and letting Zay stack up these pancakes. I mean, he's already got 32 on a Juliet that has no speed otherwise. If that unlocks for him, it might actually spell doom for Core Requiem here.
Yeah, but Core Requiem have been playing so well so far. They're not going to let it go here. Striker Kai did pick up that Chrono Boost. So much more speed for that Kai in the midfield and honestly upfield as well. Zay Forever trying to get it through, but despite all of the pressure, it is still saved away by Xeno Gemini and Striker Kai. The dash punch is attempted. Vaga did get the Monumentalist. A lot of improvement in the size of the pillars. Zay Forever does get the flip eventually, does get the barrier eventually, but will they get the goal? Vaga passing it up. Striker Kai, the pillar blocks the flip for now. The pillar fully forms as well. KenClam, though, outsped by Striker Kai, still wins the strike war with the jump. Loki forced to dribble by the pillar of Vaga, and that rapid fire pickup from earlier doing wonders for those pillars right now. Zay Forever trying to get in position. Still incredible defense comes out, and Striker Kai gets through past Vaga, but the massive pillars will defend. The water cannon is sent out as well, and right now both these teams trying to get a barrier, trying to get a goal, but unable to do so.
But Saya, this is the stacks coming into play. Look how many opportunities Zay is able to give himself now with the speed. I mean, they held there in that top corner, but barely. Zay is just everywhere now. He's I mean, he's not the Octavia he was on the Imizap game, but he's just... I mean, look at that. He can be wherever he wants to be now that he has speed. He's finally able to keep up with Striker Kai and Xeno Gemini.
Yeah, I just don't agree with... I feel like you're kind of forced to give it over, but I don't agree with giving the stacks over, right? It's a little tough. You have to deny the timeless from Vaga, but I think Striker Kai was one of those picks in that round, right? Maybe should have just gone to stacks. Maybe shouldn't have greeded for the Chrono Boost.
Yeah, it was Striker Kai and Xeno Gemini, but I think Striker Kai just likes the Chrono Boost too much with the Twin Drive and is assuming that he can... that the non-stacks pickup... Oh, Juice almost scores there. Juice does score there. Passes to Zay.
Yeah.
And match point for Platinum exclusive.
Honestly, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Striker Kai, #1 egoist, and that ego pick in the draft might cost him everything in this game.
Yeah, because Juno... Oh, that was such a good save by Vaga there to not let that barrier fall in a match point situation for them. And then they get the barrier off of a good redirect from Zay.
And the
Zay
KO!
kills the goalie.
Xeno Gemini is down. The goalie who has been holding it down for so long is gone, and Zay forever with the final redirect slightly anticlimactic, but the stacks...
Are you ready, Saya? Are you ready, Saya? 3, 2, 1.
Reset! I didn't hold
Let's
it as
go.
long as you. But Platinum exclusive, oh man. They clutch it out.
Yeah, I honestly think this sounds like a weird draft decision, right? But I honestly think that Striker Kai should have taken stacks because he's already got enough speed as it is, and denying speed while gaining speed is incredible. And then Xeno Gemini can deny the timeless because you're not worried about Juno getting the Chrono Boost there for the dash range because she was first pick. And Chrono Boost on Juliet is kind of whatever, and Chrono Boost on Rune is good, but it's not like a terrible pickup to deal with. And so, yeah, I think it really just came down to the ego Chrono Boost there from Striker Kai, allowing Zay to get the speed he needed to keep up with this game.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm glad that Striker Kai egoed it. We get another game in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean... That was an incredible display from Xeno Gemini, though. We both saw the Kazan goalie and we're like, huh? This is still a thing in 2023? But he proved us both wrong. Those were some incredible plays. Being able to stuff Dash Punch with the special, being able to cover most of the goal box with double size, having red hits in overtime guaranteed with close primary. It was just, he just put on a clinic. Unfortunately, he still lost the game, but it was such a great display of Kazan goalie from Xeno Gemini there.
Yeah, and forced onto it importantly because they banned the Atlas. And I agree. Against Xeno Gemini, ban the Atlas. Just do it. Keep doing what you're doing. They banned it even harder. They slammed the ban button even harder because those twin drive start though.
Yeah, you kind of have to slam that anti-ban. The no Atlas signs come out when the twin drive is on the table. I wonder what they're going to try for their next game, though. Hopefully we don't get a second Inkies, although that was an Inkies game of all time, Saya. I was actually kind of on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, rare, intense, and long Inkies game, I gotta say.
That one volley, I think, lasted almost 3 minutes. The volley into set for the set point of set 4. I think it lasted over 3 minutes. It was just a wild, chaotic time of the core flying at Mach 20 and everyone just trying to figure out how the heck to play the game again. On a map that doesn't let you play the game half the time.
Yeah, we might have to wait a little bit. That was an intense game. I'm sure both teams will want to chill a little bit, rethink, go to the bathroom maybe, get a sip of water. But yeah, wow. It came down to the wire, and in the end, Platinum exclusive. Blessed a little bit by the character traits of the members of the other team in the final draft. Got what they needed and executed at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we can blame it on the draft for sure, but just not being able to secure the match point that they sat on for three volleys kind of bit them, and then they ended up having to deal with the draft at the end of it all.
Yeah,
And really,
that's true.
if you look at the stat screen, right, it doesn't look like Platinum Exclusive won this game on the stat screen until you look at the goals. Striker Kai with 292 redirects and almost 100 shots. The next highest in the game was 229, a difference of 63 redirects from Striker Kai to his goalie of Xeno Gemini. 64 more redirects than KenClam on the Secretary Juno.
Yeah. But in the end, the goals that are scored matters. And in those long volleys, when Core Requiem were on match point, when they were up, when they had multiple chances, they just could not get the critical goal that was required, which brings us to this reset.
Reset. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that really came down to it is Loki just was not able to capitalize on some of the major goals there. Just a little bit of aim problems cost them a lot of opportunities that could have just been goals, and a little bit of egoing the pillars. Okay, a lot of egoing the pillars, trying to just kind of brute force their way through the pillar without using a creation of their own. Kind of bit them in the end. Using a ton of cooldowns for a single right click from Rune isn't always the best way to get through.
Yeah. And again, speaking historically, Platinum Exclusive did not do so well in Launchpad. Went into NASA as a team that definitely weren't the favorites, but now they're up there. They're the winner side of NASA playoffs. They are moving up in the world. They are getting so much better, unrecognizable, as they head into Grand Finals reset. Game, please load so I can do a transition as I end my sentence.
We did it, Saya. We got through the loading bug, and it's IMEZAP. It's not Inkies, but it's another IMEZAP game.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of IMEZAP today, and that's not the map that I think most people would favor here. But
yeah,
it'll be interesting.
I'm seeing more comfort picks here from the three on Platinum Exclusive, which leads me to believe it might be a less volatile Awakening start as we see the Rune Rasmus ban.
Ooh, but this leaves Atlas up.
Yeah, the Atlas ban might prove to be their downfall here, but I don't think Platinum Exclusive have a Rasmus player. Besides maybe Zay, but you'd rather have him on Juliet on this map.
Yeah, but
So they're almost forced to ban the Rasmus because he's just too strong on this map. It's so tough though, because now you give Xeno Gemini his Atlas on a map that you want to KO people.
I think this is the most favorable situation for Core Requiem. This is the one map where there's just no good draft strategy for Platinum Exclusive, and now
that is very wrong. These are very volatile awakenings.
Whoa! I'm gonna press tab in a second. Don't spoil.
Wait, you've got to see this. Xeno Gemini's pick, especially.
Whoa! What? Wait, is that? Huh?
Make Atlas secondary an impact Odie. Because Xeno Gemini has picked heavy impact on Atlas, who has no impacts, over quick strike.
Maybe cooking a little bit, maybe thinking that you'll primary both a player and the core, and that will provide value, but the barrier's taken early. KenClam has to navigate this 2v1 in the corner, and Vaga's not there to make the save. Already Core Requiem onto a quick start.
Yeah, I mean, my man Xeno Gemini is cooking up a souffle over here with this heavy impact pick, I think. Maybe a bit of chatting on my part, but we'll see how it plays out. They're already down a goal, or up a goal, I apologize. And only 2 players pick up Quick Strike here. I'm a little surprised by the IME heavy impact pickup, but it is good to try and secure gold, or secure KOs with the blink.
Yeah, it also gives you a ton of CDR, especially if you hit people with the turrets. Very, very valuable here, but Vaga has to flip it out. Striker Kai has to flip in the corner. The barrage is used from Vaga, but the flip does not hit its target. Now Loki getting in position, sends it around everyone for the barrier. And now it's 1 barrier to 1. KenClam advancing up the field, looking for an opening, but this is Xeno Gemini on Atlas we're talking about. This guy is one of the best Atlas players. was an absolute menace during the first season of the North American Strikers League and will hold on quite easily as Core Requiem score another goal.
Yeah, I think this is my Plat genes coming in. I actually forgot that heavy impact affects all abilities that hit multiple characters and not just impacts. So I need to reevaluate my heavy impact pickups.
It is one of the most confusingly worded awakenings in the entire game, but at least it's not a missile propulsion where the only core speed isn't even displayed and it just says 20% or something.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of discussion on, Vaga gets the KO and almost gets Striker Kai with Zay, but a power play coming in here between the two of them. Good passing play, not able to get it through Xeno Gemini's primary, and he gets the heavy impact there, so it's going to come right back up.
Yeah, and Vaga now, it's a bit of a scary situation in this open net. KenClam sets up with the turret, gets a lot of damage down onto Loki. The healing does come out as, whoa, that's a scary bounce. Vaga flipping to make sure that does not go in. And now it's getting scary as KenClam is the one who is low. Wins the strike war against Xeno Gemini. Huge opening as Zay Forever gets the KO on the Striker Kai. Loki dribbling up the field though. Stuffed away by the barrage. The primary from the Atlas is a little scary in overtime, but KenClam gets the dribble with the glitch pop, and it's perfect to the top corner.
That is such a hard dribble to do too with Aimee because her glitch pop hits virtually anywhere, and being able to time that just shows how much time KenClam has spent on this character. And Zay just getting a ton of KOs on Striker Kai is really starting to put the pressure on Xeno Gemini. They are up 1 goal, but they don't really seem to have the their side advantage as Striker Kai goes down again.
Yeah, the KOs are being found. Zay Forever does have to be careful, but gets a punch onto 2 and the core for the barrier. KenClam has flip available should he need to use it. Sends it to the bottom side, and suddenly it's 2-2.
Yeah, the Zay punch there stunned them out of their strikes, and so they both panic struck right after the core flip, and it's just an easy shoot-in for KenClam there. And Striker Kai really needs to watch out. Zay is on the prowl for him right now, and it's proving to be their downfall, with both goals happening for Platinum exclusive, with Striker Kai being down.
And once again, Striker Kai staggered, looking very, very low. Still getting in there, though. And Loki gets a KO onto KenClam instead. Now Zay Forever walking up, looking for an opening. But Vaga has some great strikes, great Giga Blast. As Loki is lurking yet again. Gets a strike, but the barrage forces it away. Wins the strike war finally. As Vaga cannot make it happen this time, but will win the strike war to save the goal for now. Striker Kai now on the top side. Blocked away by KenClam, but Loki has the dash punch this time. And even though it was looking good for Platinum exclusive for a moment, Core Requiem will clutch it out in the end.
And that's really strong for them because now their Juliet gets first pick on this draft.
Oh
man.
2 punch.
1-2 punches here. I don't think Loki gives up 1-2 punch with heavy
No,
impact.
you threw the entire game.
Oh, no.
Don't take big fish. You both threw.
Both Juliets not respecting the power of the 1-2 punch. And both opting for size. Oh man.
Zay must have lifted his hands from the keyboard.
Aimee has to take 1-2 here, yeah. It's so good on her for her
There's
combo.
There's no way.
Oh man, this could really bite them now. How did both Juliets pass on 1-2 punch? Saya, I'm at a loss.
Yeah, and both these teams, that's a massive loss for them. One threw it away and the other threw it right back. As KenClam does have the 1-2 punch to play with though. Does have that core speed as well. We'll get the barrier early. And now Zay Forever dribbling forward. KenClam in position. Will not find it this time, but will have another opportunity. Whoa. English is a little difficult for me today as Vaga finds the Giga Blast to the bottom corner. Yet another chance for Platinum exclusive as KenClam is winning the strike wars, but Striker Kai is patient this time.
Yeah, Zay Forever using the dash there to kind of play midfield Julie a few interactions ago. And wow, KenClam just passes the dimer to Loki NB, unfortunately. Again, showing how difficult Aimee glitch pop is to use sometimes. One wrong timing and you can feed it right to the wrong person.
Yeah, as impressive as the early dribble was, that's what happens when it goes wrong. And Zay Forever catching Striker Kai greeting near the center a little bit. Additional hitbox with the big fish helping out there. Right now, the bounces come in. Xeno Gemini, Zay Forever gets past. Does not need the flip to get the barrier. Will use it to score on the top side. No hesitation.
Yeah, Xeno Gemini with a very unfortunate flip there. Saw Zay setting up to try and receive on the bottom. Went for the up clear, but it ended up bouncing directly back towards his own barrier, forcing him to blow strike and cooldowns, and Zay just very easily walked it in and got the core flip for the goal. Just very unfortunate timing from Xeno Gemini there.
Yeah, now Vaga passing it to Zay, trying to win the strike war against 2. Will take a KO instead, as the striker advantages have been incredibly good, but Loki NB equalizing it all the way with a KO on the KenClam. Zay now dribbling slowly, trying to get in there, but a little bit too far still to make it happen. Now Vaga forced to flip, waits patiently, but Striker Kai gets the strike before the barrage can come down. The flip comes out from Loki, the punch. And once again, Core Requiem sitting at 2 goals.
Yeah, Vaga maybe a little too patient there. Has the quick strike. Maybe could have opted for a strike war against Striker Kai, as opposed to waiting a little too long. Ends up giving up the goal because of Loki running in. And Striker Kai has really kind of met Juliet's fist in all the wrong ways. And almost all of Platinum Exclusive's goals have been due to the power play against Striker Kai.
But Loki now looking a little scary, getting the special in, and the barrier is taken. Xeno Gemini now passing it all the way through, an amazing angle all the way, but Vaga is there. The interruption onto Loki means that the goal is not scored yet. Zay now has to be careful around this bottom side. Loki is lurking. And the bounce is good, but KenClam wins the strike war to defuse the situation. Now, the glitch pop forcing a flip out from Xeno Gemini, but the turret will catch it for now. As once again, KenClam sending it forward. Striker Kai cannot get a strike that time. Zay Forever catching it with the special, but it slips right through the dash. Loki in position yet again. And Platinum Exclusive need to find some way to keep the core contained.
Yeah, just barely short of dash cooldown there for KenClam, which would have helped get pressure Loki and be away, but only able to throw the glitch pop, which ended up just dribbling it for Loki anyway. There was a couple moments there where KenClam's glitch pops either fed the core to Loki or almost scored on themselves. So I think KenClam getting a little nervous in this last set and feeling the pressure of being down 2 sets now. Let's see if he can kind of rein it in a bit. Oh man, but they gave prime time to Atlas. What do you do? Oh, you have to though with the twin drive.
Yeah.
Wow, what a draft.
It's not looking too good for Platinum Exclusive, staring down a scary draft. Even if they get the KOs, they're unfortunately not being able to capitalize as much as they want to. Zay Forever trying to get the KO on the Striker Kai, but this time Striker Kai will avoid it. KenClam now on the top side, going all in, getting the barrier. Huge opportunity, but Zay Forever once again cannot keep possession. Loki is there. Vaga manages cleared away. Does not get caught up by the barrage, but Loki with one dribble, interrupted by KenClam. This is huge if Zay Forever can get in position in time, but the Giga Blast will stun him away. One more opportunity here. The punch for the core control, sending it through once again, but the strike wars can't be won. Vaga with the patience is KO'd despite the barrage. And it just feels so bad. I think on Aimi Zap, Platinum Exclusive just not as comfortable.
Surprisingly, considering they have arguably the better composition for it, but having to give Xeno Gemini Atlas, denying KenClam every single training for Aimi's turret, and being able to get not only the timeless but the prime time on Xeno Gemini's Atlas is proving to be too difficult now for Platinum Exclusive. They had the momentum going in from the first couple of sets, especially getting the KOs on the Striker Kai, but now they're just not, they have no momentum, no steam. It's almost a how can win situation.
Yeah, and right now, Striker Kai, little meter, but a little is just enough. The barrier is still taken. A ray of hope here for Platinum Exclusive. KenClam with the flip to the top side will get a goal, will burn the flip from Loki. Importantly, big energy economy advantage gained for Platinum Exclusive. I think the main issue is they're playing very split top to bottom, but when it gets past one member, the other can't rotate back fast enough. They have to kind of play a little more together, as weird as that sounds. They kind of have to bunch up a little more, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, Aimi can play opposite side if she has dash up, but if she doesn't, she kind of just sits in the middle of nowhere and does nothing. She literally sits in the middle of the void and does nothing even more. Striker Kai with a nice primary barrage to get it in there. Vaga has to flip to save it. Yeah, and then the double power play here, just 13 seconds of free reign almost. Yeah, Bogger can't clear it through the barrage.
Yeah, and a little bit of hesitation. You saw Zay Forever near the hole out on the top side, wondering what to do for a second. And in that second, Loki got the dash punch, got the KO, and sealed that point. Now, match point, tournament point for Core Requiem. They've been here before. They don't want to let this chance slip by again as KenClam blinks in. Good save by Xeno Gemini yet again. Striker Kai now with the flip. No barrage available. Saved away by Loki for a moment, but Loki is the one who converts it in the end. Now Zay rushing forward, looking for opportunity, but again it goes around. KenClam has to burn the glitch pop to even get a little bit of possession. Zay waits, perfect patience to get around the flip. Striker Kai, what a risky pass. That's not what you want, but a dash punch is saved away against Vaga. Wins the strike war, a critical strike war to save the game for now. KenClam now with the glitch pop, but the secondary is there for the Atlas. The pass down, a play needs to be made here and now. The turret will keep core control. Zay Forever with the flip. KenClam working on one as well, but it goes into the primary. The flip is missed, and that is not what you want to see. The Giga Blast does not connect. Striker Kai, Loki in there looking for a dash punch. No KO, no goal. Vaga with the flip. Has to play so carefully here as KenClam has one as well. Sends it up, but the barrage saves it. Zay holding down the top side to the bottom, and an amazing pass by KenClam sends us to another 2-2 situation.
Yeah, just nerves on both sides there. Xeno Gemini a little too fast on the flip to save the barrier. KenClam a little too fast on the flip to deal with Kai's barrage. The pressure is really getting to both teams here as Platinum Exclusive has been on the back foot this entire set, but they were able to get the goal here. And now if they can secure this goal, they could potentially scale a little bit more and take it for the win as Zay gets the barrier with a dash punch around Xeno Gemini.
Oh, but these long-range barrages have been so bad for Vaga so far. A great flip forward, but the secondary is there. KenClam will save the barrier from being taken. Send it around the world, but that is a cooldown burn. That is Loki winning the strike war versus 2. The barrage will save it for now. Loki in position. Great patience from Vaga, stepping back when there are no cooldowns available. Now they have to play so carefully. Pass to Loki. KenClam trying to get it past Striker Kai, but the barrage is once again available. The glitch pop is good. Xeno Gemini expands yet again. Good Giga Blast to stop Loki's potential dash punch, but you have to see the cooldown coming. Vaga again saves it, but how many more times can they save it? They need to get something now. Zay Forever going for the dash punch, but yet again now Loki has flipped. KenClam with the flip this time through the Xeno Gemini, who passes it all the way around the world. The barrage is weighted out by Loki, and that is the tournament. Core Requiem take it.
Just a little bit more patience from KenClam there, and I think that he could have gotten the goal, but the perfect patience just when they needed it from Loki, and guarantees Core Requiem the tournament there. Just very well played all around for Core Requiem on this entire Aimi Zap game.
And again, Aimi Zap puts Platinum Exclusive in such a hard situation character ban wise, because they don't want to play the Rasmus mirror, but they just leave Atlas open for Xeno Gemini, so comfortable on the character. I feel like you just have to let the Rasmus through at that point. Take him off the Atlas and test your luck there, and in the end it is Core Requiem taking it in 3 sets.
It's arguably even okay to let the Rasmus through, because Striker Kai, I mean, what's he going to play? Kai? Loki and B might have a Rasmus, but you'd almost rather have Juliet, depending on what's going on. And Xeno Gemini's comfort on Atlas is so strong that you just might as well deal with the Rasmus pick. I don't know, Saya. I think really it almost just came down to character picks in this regard.
Yeah, I think just had to go for it, because it's not like KenClam and Zay can't play Rasmus, right? They could have just as easily played Julie Rasmus or something, I feel like. They just opted out of it, and that could have just sealed their fate here, because Xeno Gemini was just so comfortable this game. Was saving forever, it felt like.
I also felt like KenClam did not take advantage of 1-2 punch enough, right? Because that training is so strong. Well, virtually everyone complains about how strong 1-2 punch is. And Aimi does have a 1-2 combo that is pretty dang strong with 1-2 punch. I think that could have helped them secure better energy economy if they could secure more KOs like that, as well as just put more damage pressure on the right targets. Because the moment they weren't killing Striker Kai, they started losing core control like crazy. And so I think they needed to play to their KO strength a little bit more, even despite the Atlas, to try and maintain better possession and overall control.
Yeah, but well played to Core Requiem. They executed that. They showed the threat of all three members on their picks and took it in 3 sets in the second one despite losing the first game of Grand. So congratulations to them. So yeah, well played. Now you're banned from Arcadians.
See you later. Where's the Drakkar piece emote when you need it?
Actually, wait. Actually,
it's like later, bozo.
I can simulate that right now. Give me a sec.
Oh, nice.
I can like hide myself while doing.
Hit us with the tech, Saya.
Whoa.
I can't believe Saya's dead, guys.
Not
He's back.
But yeah, well played. Am I forgetting something, or is this it?
Unless there's like a show match, I don't think there's anything else. We can receive word from the officials. In any case, I mean, I appreciate you guys bringing me on. My plat genes hopefully didn't spoil the cast too much.
I think it was good. It was pretty chill. We did a lot of chatting.
I do enjoy some chatting.
But Core Requiem apparently only had 19% of the predictions, and wow, okay, the payout of all time. Anyway,
what a payout.
OSAS finale is on Thursday. Knowledge Gap is tomorrow, right?
Yes, it is tomorrow. I don't know what time though. Do you know?
I'll figure it out tomorrow.
When the teams have been known for a week, but they still sign up on the last second.
7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. All right. Yeah, Knowledge Gap's always a good time. NASA Week 7 will be streamed on Friday. NASA playoffs on Saturday and Sunday. NASA was a bit of a break week, and you might see me on a tournament for a different game this Saturday. This is going to be an open secret. It is not a secret, but yeah. But yeah, we'll see when it happens. Thank you, Lyrica, for coming on the cast with me, and see you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Saya. Take care, everyone.